Warning. What you're about to watch may include excessive and obsessive enthusiasm for action figures and collecting them. You may also witness spontaneous money spending and unapologetic nerdiness. Proceed at your own caution. Welcome, everyone. Episode 24 of the Stone and Hyper Show. I'm your host, Stone Mando. It's your boy. And as always, joining me, my good friend, good buddy, Hyperdrive Collections. How you feeling tonight, man?
El Mando Stono. What's going on, man? Glad to be back for another one.
Always, dude. We got a lot to yap about tonight. We got some cool towing news. Today's Batman Day.
Happy Batman Day.
Happy Batman Day, dude. Absolutely. You're the one with the huge McFarlane collection, dude.
I was made for this day. Right,
you absolutely were, my friend. Right? Yeah. This is actually your birthday, isn't it, today?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, totally.
No, we got an awesome show lined up for everybody, for y'all tonight. We're excited. We're going to be ranking some of our favorite and least favorite Black Series accessories. We got plenty of toy news to talk about. Going to be showing y'all some of our favorite McFarlane Batman, just to celebrate in essence of Batman Day, of course. And we'll go ahead and chime with the chat. See, we got 8 people. Smack that motherfucking like button. Subscribe if you're not already. Thank you all so very much for hanging out with us on this gorgeous Saturday night. We got RebelScum saying, am I really first? Damn. If you ain't first, you're last. Ricky Bobby. Yes, sir.
Hey, and Stoned, we have an announcement about a new chapter in the Stoned and Hyper universe tonight, don't we?
Yes, we do. We've kind of been hinting about it over the past couple weeks or whatever, but me and Hyper are going to start doing pre-recorded episodes of Stone and Hyper sessions, which they're going to run like about 20 to 30 minutes. The first one went a little over. It was about 42 minutes, but it is a really good one. We're excited to we always love interacting with chat. That's the main reason we do this, but to be able to sit down and give a one episode with our concise focus on a centralized topic, I feel like we'll get our points across clear. And then every other week when we're not streaming, it'll give y'all something to kind of look forward to on a Saturday, you know?
And the fun thing about it is we're going to kind of flip the script a little bit. I'm going to be sitting in the left-hand side. Stone is going to be sitting on the right-hand side, and it'll kind of be the hyperized version of this. And so we're both going to be going back and forth, and each one of us are going to pick a topic. So Stone picked the topic for the first one, then I'll pick the topic for the second one. And so because Stone picked the topic for the first one, he's going to kind of be leading that conversation. And then the next time I'll pick it and then I'll lead the conversation. So
absolutely,
it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. And as always, if you ever want us to talk about something in particular, let us know. Pipe up in the chat tonight, and we will definitely consider that for our next episode of sessions, and we'll get to it. So we're really looking forward to it. I'm going to launch the first one this week. I think I'm going to aim for Wednesday. Now, it's going to be mostly on Saturdays. So actually, you know what? We'll just launch it next Saturday, right? We'll just launch it next Saturday.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Gives me time to work on it. And so look forward to that every Saturday that we're not going live. So there you go.
Yep. Awesome. Yeah. And we'll touch a bit more on that before we get into the toy news tonight. We'll get into the hellos. Sam Cobra, as always, got the Viper in chat. What is up,
Cobra? What's going on?
Got Eric in chat. What's up, guys?
How's it going?
Got Mama Mando.
Mama Mando, how you doing?
Shout out RebelScum420 again. Hey, I got some. I got to work on those Dino cookies. Absolutely, man.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. No batches yet. No batches of
No
Dino
batches
cookies?
just yet. Yeah, I'm trying to cut down a little bit. It's about wintertime though. It's almost bulking season, baby.
I understand. All right. All right. There it is.
We got Jesse in the house. What's up, cuz? Love you. Thank you for coming by. And we got the one and only Jacob, aka Star Wars Collective. Bale Batman
Jacob, how's
is
it going, man?
Batman.
Right. Right.
All right, man. Real quick, RebelScum420 says, "Hey Cody, I want an eBay bid. Ooh, for some Namu Raptors. Got the Blood Knight and the White Queen. Paid over retail for sure, but I don't care. I'm pumped. That's fucking awesome, Rebel Scum. They're hard to come, man. They sold out on Big Bad. They're sold out on a lot of time. They're hard to come across, man. And I know, like you said, you paid a little over what they were for retail, but as long as you're happy with them, you're gonna have them for forever, dude. You know, and I'm very, very glad to hear that you got them and that you're enjoying them, man. I'm super excited for you to get them in hand. You're gonna freak out, man. So glad.
How many of those do you have now, Stoned?
So believe it or not, I don't have that many Nanmu just yet. I have 3. I have the White Queen and the Blood Knight, which is what Rebel Scum just picked up. Those are the Jurassic Park 3 Raptors. And then obviously I have down here the Indominus Rex, which is their Valkyrie or whatever. But they're also coming out with Rexy and the Buck, which is the Tyrannosaurus Rexes from JP1 and 2. And they look absolutely phenomenal. So I'm definitely going to be picking those up too.
So are you focusing more when it comes to dinos? Are you going high end more than you are like mainline and stuff like that nowadays? Is that where you're going with that?
It's weird because like I feel better the way. Hey, what's up, Jax? What's up, buddy? The way that I think about it, man, it's like, you know, people pay imports for Star Wars. Like people love Mayfix, they love SH Figure Arts. Yeah. I feel like Nanmu is kind of like imports for dinosaurs, and I'm more willing to pay $100, $120, $130 for a good hunk of plastic compared to a 6-inch 1/12 scale figure. It feels a little bit better. But with that being said, there's a reason why Mayfix and SHF, the quality is there. There's a reason they have the price that they have. But sure. I feel better. I feel like I'm getting more out of the import dinosaurs than I get out of the 1/12 scale. And just me personally, you know?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I'm still down for Mattel, man. Like you sent me those little $8 mainline Mattel. I love those. And those are that's where the true fun lies, and I still love those. But the Nanmu, man, it's cream of the crop as far as dinosaurs are concerned, man.
I have some really nice ones that our buddy Connor Colarusso gave to me, and they're high-end model scale ones.
Is it the PNSO?
Really, yes, correct. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Really
beautiful.
Good. And I love those. The Nanmu, though, I look at your collection and I'm spying it, I'm eyeballing it back there, and I'm going, maybe the time is coming.
Maybe the time is coming.
I don't know. I do like them, and every time I watch one of your damn videos, I'm like, where's my wallet? You know, so
I love it. That's what I want to do. I want to make people make bad decisions when it comes to toys, dude.
Stoned, over the past week, you've made me make bad decisions.
I love it, dude.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
I freaking love it.
Chat, how's it going, everybody, tonight?
Yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. It means so very much on this, like I said, gorgeous Saturday night. We got 10 people in here. Thank you all so much. Real quick, we do have Star Wars Collective said, Spit Cody, mainline is still fun. However, Namu's like the hot toys of dinos. That's almost not comparable. It is, man. It's really not. It's apples to oranges when you think about it, man. It's not even fair to compare the two. It's just, it's an injustice, honestly. And Eric says, Hyper, I tried some pigment powders on a custom today. They're awesome.
Oh, so Jacob,
pigment powders?
Yeah, so weathering powders. Jacob is a convert now. I think he understands the value of those. So a little goes a long way. You can really, really make something look beautiful with them. And I sent Jacob a custom recently. He was the winner of our last giveaway of the Clan Green the Clan Green Mandalorian. That's right. On that, I did some weathering powders, and he said he liked the look. So he went out and bought some, and I'm glad to hear that he's doing it. Star Wars Collective is diving hard into the paint on customizing, writ dyeing, painting, weathering, and he's like you. He's really good. He's becoming really good. So I'm glad to hear it, Jacob. Yeah,
skills are just getting better and better, man. That's what we do. We elevate all of each other. And we got Lazy Jawa in the house. What is up, Jawa? Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, how's it going, man?
And we got Christine in the house. Thank you so much. So, with that being said, Hyper, how you feeling, man? Do you want to show off some of our favorite Batman, or do you want to get straight into the toy news and go from there?
Let's go right into Batman. It is Batman Day, and I feel like we have to represent Batman a little bit, right?
Absolutely, man.
I don't know if people know this. I'm a bit of a Batman fan, and
just a little bit.
I have a couple of Batmans just within arm's reach, you might say. I've got a few Batmans within arm's reach. This is the one time Hyper has something within arm's reach, you might. So, but what we were going to do is we were going to kind of show off McFarlane Batmans that we
go first, man.
Right? Okay, so we'll just do like one at a time, and then I'll show one, then you show one type of a thing.
Yeah, we can do that, man. Sure.
So I'm going to start it off with I picked 5 Batmans from my collection. I have a few more than 5, just a few, but I picked 5 from my collection that I thought were really interesting variations of Batman or iterations of Batman. And the first one that I really like, and this one is different, and this is a bit of an asterisk, but this is Two-Face as Batman. Now this figure, I absolutely love this figure. It's Two-Face in a Batman costume, and it's obviously got that Two-Face, half red, half black, very interesting thing. And of course, this is from a comic. I actually have not read this comic. I'm not familiar with this comic. I know of it, but I haven't actually read it myself. But as far as a Batman toy goes, this one really pops on the shelf. I don't know if people can see that, but
it's gorgeous, man.
Really, really cool. This does not have one of the newer capes. This has a pre-molded cape, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. The cape is actually black on the outside and red on the inside. And I just really, really like it. And if you look carefully under the Batman cowl, Two-Face does have his torn up face, So they went the extra mile and did that little detail. So it's just a very cool Batman. It's one, like I said, I don't know too much about, but visually it just really pops on the shelf. So that's my first choice.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
And real quick, for my first choice, and real quick, shout out to Gotham. Love you, bro. That's my nephew.
How's it
going,
bud?
Jax, love you, Bellamy. My niece and my nephews. Real quick shout out. So my first Batman, I am obsessed. I talk to Hyper about it all the time. Batman the animated series, or just animation in general. I love cartoons. My first pick is the Batman animated series McFarlane Batman. And some people see this and it does look weird. It's very stylized after the Bruce Timm animation. Obviously, you can see the legs are super skinny, yada yada. It's just the style, the art style, unfortunately, But it looks like you plucked him out of the animated series and put him in 3D figure form.
I happen to
love inside of the cape.
I love that sculpt. I know a lot of people don't like it. I happen to just love it. The skinny legs actually make it for me. A lot of people don't like that, but that's exactly how he looked in the comic.
Yes,
in the cartoon, rather.
Got the yellow chest emblem right there, the blue on the inside of the cape. When this is the 92 series that went until like 95 or 96, something like that, before they ended up switching over the animation style to match that of the Superman animated series. So that is my number one, is the Batman animated series McFarlane. So
wait a minute, Savage Land just popped in. Hey man, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, Savage?
What you saying, man? Let's see. Okay,
McFarlane has a lot of great deals on DC and stuff right now. I need to grab that Roadster from the Clooney Bat. Oh yeah, dude.
Okay, all right. I don't have the Clooney Batman. I have no. I have the Val Kilmer one.
Okay,
Batman? Maybe I do have Clooney Batman. No, Clooney was Mr. Freeze, right?
Clooney was Mr. Freeze, correct? Yes.
Oh yeah, I do have the Clooney one because I got his Batman leg. So yeah. But
we got Brian in the house. What's up, Brian?
GXB, how's it going, man? All right, so Stone, you and I are gonna have to check out McFarlane right now. See what we can get.
Absolutely, dude. Damn straight. What you got next, man?
All right, so next I got I kind of went, like I said, kind of not my favorite Batmans, although they're all kind of my favorite, But this one here is really unique. It's definitely really unique, and it's just another example of what McFarlane does. I don't know. This might be in my favorites. and this is this awesome Earth 2 Batman. No, excuse me, Earth 1 Batman.
That's crazy.
This is so cool. So he fights basically Doomsday in this thing. He demonizes himself essentially to fight in a different realm.
Oh, shit.
And this figure is so heavy. This is like, I'm not kidding you. This is probably 3 pounds. It's solid plastic. It's not, you know how McFarlane, he doesn't skimp out on plastic. It's,
no.
This is a heavy beast. And the detailing in this is just incredible. The artwork in it is awesome. It's just an awesome. I have read this comic, and it's phenomenal. It is absolutely phenomenal. And so this one here, I don't know if you can see the face, but it's hard to get it. But like the face is just so cool. So that's another. You know, McFarlane gives you every Batman. You know, he doesn't just go for the blue ones, the black ones, the gray ones. He goes deep into Batman lore. And I love it when he pulls something out like this. It's different and unique. And so that one always stuck out to me as just an unbelievable piece that he made. And it kind of reminds me of the old Spawn figures to some degree. You know, he kind of strikes that Spawn McFarlane nerve. And I like that.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
So my number 2, I have the this is one of my favorite ones. This is I believe the Tim Drake Batman. This is when Bruce gets sucked into an alternate dimension, or Batman dies, so to speak. So Tim Drake, I can't remember if this is Tim Drake or Dick Grayson. Pretty sure it's Tim Drake. He actually has to take up the cowl to keep Gotham from running to shit because Batman's not around. It's got a wired cape, really beautiful cape. So badass. I love how the belt it's got the bat insignia, but it's like also subtle. You know, it's not like too corny or cheesy. You know, I just love the white eyes.
That's the reborn Batman, right?
Yeah. So is this Tim Drake or is this Dick Grayson?
That's the Dick Grayson one, I thought.
Dick Grayson. That's Dick Grayson. Yeah. I thought Dick Grayson at first, and I hesitated, and then I told myself Tim Drake. That's the one. That's the box right here. That's a beautiful card back, dude.
That's my pick too. So you and I actually, El Stono Mando gave me this one just a little while ago, as a matter of fact, and this is an absolute banger of a figure. Definitely, if you're into Batman, even if you're not into Batman, if you were a Marvel Legends guy, you still owe it to yourself to get this figure. This is good. This is really, really good stuff.
The flow you can pull off with the freaking cape, man, is it's absolutely, it just looks so fluid. It's got a fluidity about it that just like looks great. And I love the texture and the material, because sometimes this vinyl material can be weird, but with this one, the execution is done very, very nicely.
So let me ask you, let me ask Savage, let me ask all the people in chat who are heavy into Marvel Legends. Now you have Marvel Legends. You have quite a few Marvel Legends.
Oh yeah, man.
Savage has quite a few Marvel Legends, especially X-Men and stuff like that. Let me ask you this. Do you prefer the Marvel Legends 6-inch traditional format of the Marvel figures that Hasbro does, or do you prefer the multiverse McFarlane 7-inch scale? What do you prefer?
I'm gonna be real, for size reasons.
Yeah.
For size reasons and also proportionality of just like it feeling a little more than a kid figure.
Yep.
It's like it feels like an adult toy. I'd say I really prefer 6-inch, but 7 inches, it's not bad per se. It's just that little ticking scale you wouldn't think would make that much of a difference. But I noticed I can pose a lot more Black Series on my shelf and Marvel Legends than I can McFarlane. Sure. You know,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Just my personal opinion, though.
I agree. I prefer the 6-inch scale myself, but I prefer. Well, being a DC guy, I prefer the character selection of DC.
Absolutely, dude.
You mother.
Yeah, Jacob noticed it, so I had to show it off.
Jake, all right, very well, fine. Oh, let's see.
Quarter scale NECA Batman, NECA 89 Keaton Batman with a custom leather cape.
Yep.
Absolutely awesome piece, man. Just absolutely just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal piece.
Yeah, and Savage is right. 6 inches is pretty much perfect. shelves are designed for 6-inch figures.
Yep. Spitting facts, Savage. Absolutely.
Having said that though, Savage, you collect some DC, don't you, other than Batman? I mean, I think you got some Superman and stuff, right? I mean,
oh yeah, dude.
7-inch is, I mean, outside of McFarlane, there's not a lot of other 7-inch lines. There are some.
No.
I've seen some, you know, but
wouldn't Diamond Select 7-inch? Their figures, something like which they're not, they're not a thing anymore, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah. So
for my next Batman, I think this is my number 4. It's funny that we had the same number 3. That's pretty cool.
Right.
This is the Earth 2 Batman, and for people that aren't aware, this is actually an alternate universe where instead of Thomas and Martha Wayne dying, which is Bruce's parents, Bruce actually dies in the alley, and Thomas Wayne, his father, becomes Batman, and Martha Wayne, which is Bruce's mother, she becomes that universe's version of the Joker. And I use this skin in one of the Arkham games. I'm a huge fan of all of the Arkham trilogy games, and the pop of red with this matte black, the red eyes, and then this is kind of a bulkier sculpt for Batman 2, which I always pictured Batman being like a swole, jacked guy, obviously, and I feel like this one really displays that very, very well. Love this figure. So the red
figure,
it's awesome.
I love the red and the gray and the black. It looks so good. Good. I almost actually grabbed that figure myself because I love it so much. Actually, it's funny because what Savage just say? Oh yeah,
he was saying he liked the Neca Batman.
Oh yeah. Oh, speaking of, so Savage has a box coming to him very soon that I got to send out this week. He's not going to be disappointed. I promise him that. And I've thrown in a couple of extras just for him because he's had to wait so long. So fear not, my friend. Fear not. I hooked you up. I got you. But so now that red and gray black Batman, there's also an unmasked version of it. Isn't there the unmasked version of that one?
Yes, there is, and I've thought about getting that one because that one's the actual. That's the Flashpoint suit. It's got the shoulder spikes, and he's got the two pistols on his side. Yeah, man, that's just fire.
That's a good Batman too.
It's a utilitarian looking, which I really, really vibe with. And Thomas is as brutal as Bruce can be. Thomas was way more brutal than Bruce.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Absolute.
And I love that. That was a good storyline too. That was just a lot of fun, man.
Yes, it was. Savage saying, I've been mostly going to Mayfix for my DC figures, but I don't have too many DC figures. One of my favorite DC figures is the McFarlane Swamp Thing. Oh, yeah, that's a cool sculpt on the Swamp Thing.
The Swamp Thing is awesome.
Absolutely, Savage. Hell yeah, dude. Awesome, man.
So that's a big boy too. That's a big figure. And they do some of those, what are they called? Like giant scale? Not giant scale. I can't remember what they're called. He's got a special designation for him. I've got Mongol, which is the zombie. He's awesome. I've got Kong. I've got some of those really big ones. Man Bat's another big one. He's not quite as big, but that's a big one. Yeah. But
glad you're enjoying it, Savage.
So now for my next figure, my next pick, I went kind of off the rails on this one. Now this one really, really pissed me off because I was probably one of the only 103 people on Earth who liked Batman and the Flash, that movie. I thought it was good. And, of course, Michael Keaton's in it. So I dropped big money. I can't find the Keaton Batman from that movie. And there's a couple of them. There's the masked one. There's the gray hair unmasked one. And I was like, no, I'm going to spend money. I want the Flash Batman with the cowl. So I buy it on eBay, and the guy drags his feet. And I finally get it like a month later, and he sends me this Batman from the Flash. It's not even the Keaton Batman. This is the Ben Affleck when he's riding the bike, Oh,
okay.
And I was like, you god damn it. Like, I just spent like $50 and you sent me the wrong one.
Yeah. Did you reach out to him?
So I reached out to him, and he's like, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, blah, blah, blah. And I'm all right. But then the more I look at this figure, now there's a couple of Affleck Batmans from that. And those Affleck Batmans from the Flash are like some of the most highly prized Batmans there are because they're just so dope, right? And in that movie, in my opinion, even though Affleck isn't in it too much, he still kind of steals the show, in my opinion. Like he's kind of my favorite Batman. So I kept this one, and so I kept it sort of out of spite. But the more I look at it, the more really, really awesome it is. It's just got great detail. It's got the really good blue cape. The cape is really big on it. It's just really nice. It's got the wired cape, so I mean, there's a lot of things going for it. And so I have taken this out. I have posed it. It's freaking awesome. And so even though it's not the one I wanted, the one I ordered, I did get it, and I really like it. And I always loved, I don't know if you can see that Frank Miller-esque Batman logo on his chest. It's just oversized and blocky. Like, I love the way that translated onto Affleck, who is big and bulky, very Frank Miller-esque, and I always loved that. So nice, kudos to McFarlane and
Frank Miller.
Frank Miller
or Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder
for kind of working that design in, because I really like it. So
absolutely, dude. Yeah. My last two that I have here, and I'll let you finish it out. I have the new Batman animated series Batman. This is a McFarlane DC Direct, so this is actually a 6-inch line of action figure. This is McFarlane's 6-inch line, and I absolutely love. Also, this animated series of Batman was the one that I was talking about that was modeled after the Superman animated series to match the animation style, so they could create the DCAU, DC animated universe. So I love this Batman. This is kind of like my era of Batman besides the yellow emblem. So I love that one very, very much. And then my last pick for Batman's also very, 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 very nostalgic to me. I've been talking about it, clamoring about it on stream with Hyper, to all my buddies all the time. I am obsessed with Batman Beyond. I also have this is a must-have, is the DC Direct Batman Beyond. I love this figure. And again, these don't have any kind of amazing articulation or anything like that. They're somewhat, you can see the hip joints are a little bit crude. It's nothing fancy, but just the way that they look, they're very stylized. It looks like you plucked them out the show, and they're just very screen accurate. And that's what I like. It just really hones in on Bruce Timm's animation style and his proportions and his drawing. Like, I just absolutely, absolutely love Batman Beyond so much. Probably going to end up getting a tattoo soon.
I cannot believe you just said that, because I was just going to say to chat, I have predicted, and I have told you this, I have predicted that is Stone's next tattoo, the Batman Beyond, dude, on his left ass cheek. That's the next one.
You gotta tell everybody where I was getting it. Shit. Now when I take the picture and show everybody, they're gonna know where it's at.
Those country cut off Carolina shorts with the little bat wing hanging out. That's gonna be him walking in.
You love that. Yes.
It's gonna be awesome,
yes. Absolutely, man.
Right. Exactly.
Star Wars Collector says 16 watching, only 7 likes. Support the boys and hit that like. Yes, please, very much. Yeah. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not already. Hyper's link is in the description. Go show his channel some love after the stream. And yeah, Star Wars Collective, Jacob Spittin. Thank you so much, bro.
Now, Collective has a really nice Ben Affleck Batman, an SH Figure Arts one. And that was a really, really good Batman. The SH Figure Arts Ben Affleck Batman from Justice League, they kind of messed up the cape a little bit, in my opinion. They didn't bring the wire all the way around and forward. So it's
okay.
2 prongs that kind of stick up by the neckline. You have to kind of fudge it a little bit. It's still a great figure, though. Great articulation on that figure. And,
absolutely, man.
Yeah. So, but finally for me on the last one.
Yeah, man.
Which one was it? I did that one. We did that one. That one. Oh yes. Yeah. Okay. This one here is the Cowardly Lot Batman, and this one is another one that's very hard to find. And it's another dark gray, dark black, short ear, wired cape, mustard belt, punches all the boxes, right?
Yeah.
And this one here is it's kind of hard to beat. If you're a black and gray Batman fan, McFarlane, short-eared, Frank Miller inspired. So the Frank Miller Batman to me is equivalent to the McFarlane Spider-Man. right? So
Absolutely, yes.
every Batman person has their favorite artist. You know, there's Bob Kane, there's all these other Batman artists. You know,
Oh yeah,
Spider-Man has their favorite artists. I know you're a McFarlane.
Steve Ditko, McFarlane. Yes,
yeah. And to me, Frank Miller. So this is not a Frank Miller Batman, but this is a Batman inspired by Frank Miller, as so many were. So back in the 80s when Frank Miller did The Dark Knight, and you know, man, that still has its influence on all Batman stories. Batman went dark. The Dark Knight that we know now as Batman started with Frank Miller. Up until that point, he was still sort of a crime fighter, you got him Batman type of a guy, right? And then Frank Miller turned him dark. And so that's why I'm such a huge Frank Miller inspired Batman fan. So this is probably my favorite in the entire collection. And it's just a great piece. So if you're looking for a Batman that kind of ticks all the boxes, this would be the one, in my opinion. The Cowardly Lot Batman. So there it is.
And I just looked on the stream, and only 9 likes. 16 of y'all watching. Just hit that like button, everybody. Just hit that like button. It gets to show up in the algorithm and gets to other awesome motherfuckers like y'all that want to hang out with us and hear us yap about some toys. So just hit that like button. It's just a press of a button. We'd really, really appreciate it. And it really does help out not only my channel, but just our show in general. And just greatly appreciate it. Just smack the like button, man. I really appreciate it. If y'all
It's International Batman Day.
It's International Batman. Hit the like button for Batman, bro. At least.
Don't do it for me, right? Don't do it for us.
Yeah, don't do it for me. Yeah, do it for Batman.
Right, exactly. Do it for Frank Miller, for Christ's sakes.
For Jesus' sake. Yeah. All right, so keeping on the essence of Batman Day, we're going to go ahead and jump into some toy news, and we have a first look, or not really first look. We've known this was coming for a while, but we did get actual promo shots released for this yesterday evening, I believe. It might have been Thursday evening, but either way, we have Batman Returns, Michael Keaton Batman, which is, we got the 89 Batman, and now we have the Batman Returns Batman, which came out in the early 90s. And I am super, super excited for this. So the old one, the 89 Batman, that had the cut in the neck articulation, a lot of people were complaining about that because obviously if you watch the Keaton Batman, that it's very seamless and he's got to turn his shoulders while he's fighting. So people were kind of had a quarrel with that. This one is fixed or updated. This is all one complete sculpt. So I think there might be one cut here so you can kind of turn his neck, but I'm not totally sure. But Hyper, how are you feeling about this Batman, dude?
Boy, that's a boing right there.
Real quick, for people that don't know, Keaton is actually wearing, Batman wears Jordans. These are actually converted Jordans. Yes,
that's right. He does.
And so real quick, sorry to cut you off. We also have the wired soft goods cape. I think it's wired, but it is a fabric. Because so the 89 one, it came like with a weird vinyl cape, and it only looked good if you had it spread out completely. It looks a little wonky when you have it trying to lay. So we finally have a Keaton Batman with a more naturally draping cape. But my bad to cut you off, Hyper. I just seen the cape.
No, man. So I mean, you and I were talking about it this before we went live, and so Batman Returns to me is the superior of the 2 original Keaton Batman.
Absolutely,
movies.
Man.
I love that movie, and being a huge Christopher Walken fan that I am, Max Schreck was awesome in it. The Danny DeVito as the Penguin, Michelle Pfeiffer. I mean, right? You know, it's got it all. It's got it all, and possibly the greatest villains in all of the original Batman movies were the Penguins, right? Like the actual Penguin Commandos. They were awesome, you know. And so I hold a special place in my heart for this particular movie. And it was kind of Tim Burton. Tim Burton always wanted to do a trilogy, and he really started to flex in Batman Returns. And I loved the whole very spooky, macabre Halloween. It's a movie that takes place around Christmas, and yet you can't help but feel like you're in Halloween. Now, did he ever do that before? Maybe with The Nightmare Before Christmas. It was almost like he just took The Nightmare Before Christmas and rolled into Batman Returns with it, and I loved it, you know. And so yeah, I'm all about this whole wave. I typically don't buy too many non-Batman figures, but this is going to be one where I'm all in
Yeah, man.
on this wave. Yeah.
And I'm excited to see what the packaging looks like. We do have the Batman Returns logo up here, as you can see, and it says Deluxe. And then, if y'all are familiar, me and Hyper have just absolutely been clamoring over that new James Gunn 2025 Superman packaging. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with the Batman Return. I may end up picking up 2 of these to keep one in the box. I'm not sure.
That's right. It is an official Christmas movie. That is correct. I
was just talking to my wife. Yes.
That, and like Die Hard, right? Like the original Die Hard,
dude.
Batman Returns, right?
Absolutely.
Like absolutely on the playlist, right?
Yes, man.
You got to start actually. So for me, you got to start with any iteration of Scrooge, right? You got to watch A Christmas Carol.
Oh yeah.
And then you got to go. I think that my list is then you got to go Chevy Chase Christmas Vacation, right? So those are the first 2, and then the Red Ryder BB gun one, and then you can throw in Die Hard and Batman. But it's like my list.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, man.
And then we got some other absolutely, what a gorgeous, gorgeous looking figure. They got her costume right. Look at that shine. The stitches is all there. The likeness looks really like the red Michelle Pfeiffer lips. This is a great. Todd is going all out, y'all. He ain't playing no fucking games. He said, Mattel's getting this shit next year. All right, bet. I'm about to show the fuck out. And he's showing out, dude. We got the whip. This is honestly just so awesome. Such an awesome looking figure. Hyper, how you feeling about this, bro?
Boing, that's another boing right there. I mean, come on, man. I mean, hey, back in my day, it didn't get much better than that right there. Now, does she come with a Michelle Pfeiffer unmasked head too? Or is it strictly? You
know what? I'm not sure, but we can find out in just a few minutes when I go on the next slide.
I mean, when she ever kisses Max Schreck with the 220 volt electricity in his hand, that was epic, right?
Now, Shrek, which we'll show that too. He comes with the burnt face. Yeah.
It's hard to say which figure is the best in this line, but you could make a strong case for that one being the best figure in the line right there.
And I want to point out something. If anybody's watched Batman Returns, and I was just to celebrate Batman Day, me and my wife, Mrs. Stone, I was just telling Hyper, we just watched it before to celebrate, and just kind of freshen up. And the scene, if anybody's seen it, when she breaks into the little mall shop and she whips the heads off the mannequins. She did that in one take. Take she did that, and her whip trainer was so giddy with pride afterwards. The production crew said that was one of the most badass one takes ever, dude, ever. And she absolutely owned that role. I was just talking to you, Hyper. I know the early 90s it was very cheesy, and she's like meow or like whatever, but like for the time, that was sexy. It was badass. And it had never been done quite like that before. And Michelle Pfeiffer, in my opinion, even though it's a little cheesy and campy, she will forever in my heart be the best Catwoman, man. I feel like she nailed the seductive sexiness, badass part of it. You know what I'm saying? I can tell she killed it.
I was maybe 19 or 20 when this movie came out. I can tell you that there were a whole lot of young guys out there who were really into Catwoman from that portrayal of it. We did not think it was cheesy or campy at the time. We just thought,
of course, yeah,
hot. I mean, that was something right there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it still is. It still holds up. It's still like, when you watch like an old cheesy Adam West Batman and Eartha Kitt sets foot onto the stage in that Catwoman outfit, and you're like, whew, they just knew what they were doing with that outfit from the get-go.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah, I love how crude it is. It's put together. You can see all the stitching. It's literally fucking thimbles with fucking screws and nails. Glue. I fucking love it. I love it, dude. Mm-hmm. Jesse, thank you so much for the super $9.99 super sticker. It means very, very much to me.
So that's one of the reasons why I've always kind of preferred. I love Marvel. Don't get me wrong. I've been with Marvel my whole life. I've always kind of preferred, especially the origin stories of the DC characters, because they almost always come from the street. They almost always come from some sort of rough, tumble, urban background where maybe they were a kid and they were abused, or maybe they were, they had tough luck, or they were in a gang violence and stuff. And I've always loved that angle that DC took, that sort of urbanization of a character, and just tough luck and a hard life creates them. And Catwoman's, that when she does that with that costume, that just translated beautifully into that character. It was believable,
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
So next up here, absolutely awesome figure, super stoked. There ain't no question if me and Hyper are picking these up, because I know he's picking up pretty much all of these.
Yep.
The next up we have the Penguin Super Commandos. These are pretty cool. Got some really beautiful paint. This silver is gorgeous. The sculpt is on point.
So great.
The blue on the penguins look great. The missiles look great. The armor, everything's. Are you picking these up, Hyper? How you feeling about these, dude?
I'd pick those up first.
Okay, got you. Those are first. Got you.
Those are first.
Those are must-haves.
So I had a whole army of those. I had like maybe 8 or 10 of the little Kenner ones. I just loved them. I don't know what happened to them. I wish I could find them. But the Super Commandos, yeah, I'll pick up probably 2 sets of those. I love them. I gotta have awesome, 4 of them. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, man.
How about you? You gonna get them?
I think I'm gonna pass on these. I was just telling Mrs. Stone before when we were watching the movie. I was like, they're coming out with this, they're coming out with that, and I was like, I'm probably gonna pass on these, but the other ones, I'm definitely getting those. So, but these are some I'm probably gonna end up passing on, unless I see them go for like really good clearance or something like that.
All right, now chat. Wait a minute. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Does anybody really believe he's gonna pass on these? They're animal figures, first of all. Right?
You got a point.
Like,
he's the armor removable.
He's going to see these and he's going to throw down that card so fast, right?
Gotta have them. I mean, it does have an incredible look at the hair and stuff, man.
Representation on the shelf. We've all heard that a time or two. With representation.
You're right. Shelf, right. I can't even argue with that, dude. Look at the feet. Look at those flippers.
They're like aqua dinos, man.
They are. You got a point, dude. They are birds, right?
Right. Dude, you're getting those. Yeah.
So next we got Christopher Walken, the villain himself, Max Shrek, polluting Gotham, evil ass motherfucker. I love the part, and obviously I watched the Keaton movies as a kid. That's what I grew up on besides the animated series. But watching it as an adult, refreshing my mind, I'm catching a lot more like the innuendos and the subtleties and stuff like that. And the part where Penguin's like, how's your business partner Fred? Where, how's he doing? Max is like, he's on an extended vacation. And he's like, oh, is that so? And he pulls out his hand. He's like, whatever you flush, I flaunt. I was like, dude, I didn't catch that. As a kid, I'm thinking the Penguin's killing motherfuckers. No, Max Shrek done offed his business partner so he could just have main control and do whatever he wants to fuck up Gotham, And I was like, damn, I didn't catch that as a kid, because I'm just watching Penguin be bad and Batman kick motherfuckers' asses. That's all I care about. Now, as an adult, I'm really like, I'm perceiving the story a lot differently, through the eyes of an adult. It's just different,
It's going to be so much fun to have a shelf where you can take arguably the most forgotten about of the Batman movies and have a whole shelf with Max Shrek, the Penguins. That is going to be one hell of a shelf when it's all dressed out, and you could definitely put it out at Christmas. That would be a really interesting Christmas setup, wouldn't it? Snow and like
for sure, canes, man. Absolutely.
Canes, little lights here and there, and then you put Max Shrek and Catwoman. Oh my God, that's really cool. This figure looks fantastic in my eyes.
It does.
I love it. Yeah. And doesn't he come with that awesome electrocuted head too?
Yeah, he does. I can't remember if that's the next picture or not. Yeah, he comes with like the really deformed melted head after the end.
Great.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Savage actually said, I think a lot of people are going to double back on those Penguins. He's kind of got the same sentiment as you, man.
Oh, you better believe it, man. Yeah.
Yep, first super chat ever. Thank you, Jesse. It means a lot.
Thank you, Jesse.
But yeah, we got Max Shrek looking really good. Good, he looks like he did in the movie, which is what we all ask for, Proportions look good. Next, this is...
Oh, come on. Look at this.
For sure, without a doubt, picking up this version. I'm probably going to pass on the next version that we look at here. This is the look I'm going after. The Mayor Cobblepot.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I want, you know.
100%, man.
Got the soft goods jacket. It looks really, really good. Got the umbrella accessory. The texture on his actual outfit looks awesome. The likeness, it's a little plasticky looking in the face, I will say, but you know, I can look past that. The fur looks like Penguin. It's got a good DeVito likeness. The hat, this figure's got a lot going on texture wise, soft goods, cool accessory. How you feeling about this one, man?
All day. That's a pickup all day. That and the Super Commando Penguins are going to be my first two from this wave, I think. I can't stop looking at this figure. I think it's awesome. My only regret is that they left a lot of meat on the bone with the characters. I feel like there should be some Red Triangle Circus Gang members to go with this, you know.
Because, yeah, for sure, dude.
You know, like the one with the dog, the little circus dog and everything, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I really would have loved some of those goons, but to go with them. But having said that, I love this figure. Absolutely love it.
Looks great.
Yeah.
And we'll just keep it moving here because we are going to try to keep it around 2.5 hours tonight. Hyper's got something to do in the morning. Yeah, we have the whole duck caboodle thing going on here, man. This is look at the paint on here. It looks just like it did in the movie. Got this gorgeous red to the yellow. The wheels are spot. This is amazing. This is just, and I just watched it before just to freshen up on it, you know, and to celebrate. This is exactly how it looks in the movie, man. This is awesome.
It's incredible, and you get that alternate penguin in it too.
You get the more his dirty, weird look. You know, that's his penguin look. Where not compared to the Mayor Cobblepot. You know.
Now that's a 7-inch scale figure, so imagine how freaking massive that thing is. That takes up a lot of real estate.
Absolutely.
You know.
Wonder if the wheels turn.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah, Todd's gonna take care of the wheels on that. They're probably rubber too, you know. But
yeah.
So, are you gonna get that? Are you gonna get the duck boat?
I'm probably gonna pass on the duck boat. I think these I may get Max, but honestly, dude, I really just want these three. I really just want Keaton, Michelle Pfeiffer, and DeVito. These are really the three that I can just see where I'm gonna put them on my shelf right now, dude. They look so awesome.
Star Wars Collective says that's the rule of cool. Yeah, I think he's talking about the duck boat, you know. So
absolutely, dude. Hell yeah, Jacob.
That is a rule of cool. I don't have space for that. I can't swing that. Although I told you the other day, I said probably I'll walk in and see it, and it'll be in my car before you know it, you know. But I'm gonna try hard not to get the duck boat because it's just way too big for my collecting needs. But all of those figures. You know, all of those figures minus the gross looking penguin. Is that so? Does that penguin come with the duck boat?
Yes, he does. That is a set included. It's a 2-pack, correct?
Yeah. So I'll probably get all the figures minus that one. You know, but
so these all went up for pre-order September 19th, and right now it says Shrek's going to be general retail, but initially they'll be available for pre-order at GameStop, then Walmart, then Target, sometime in October, November.
Okay.
And so there is that. I'm going to pull up the next bit of news. We're going to try to, again, like I said, we are going to try to hyper something to do in the morning, so we're going to try to run through this toy news, and while give it due attention like that it deserves, we'll just try to stay on track and keep the show moving. I'm going to pull up the next topic here. And where
I got to run to the airport in the morning. Everybody's favorite chore.
Did we talk about the new Batgirl Hyper?
No, we did not.
Where's that picture at? I wonder if I can find that one.
I got a thing or two to say about that one.
Here she is. So this is actually pretty interesting, and this is a for sure pickup for me. The one thing that people are a little bit bummed out about is this is the same Batgirl that we already have in the line. This is the whole body from the neck down is reuse. However, we do have an updated new head sculpt here, which looks really freaking good, man. I love the cell shading going on here. The blue eyes, red lips, red hair. It looks just like Barbara Gordon. And as you can see, this looks like we got some wired, nice blue vinyl wired soft goods.
Wire City right there. Yep.
Yeah, man. Really good looking figure. How's this? How do you feel when you see this? Oh, real quick, we have Griffin in the house. What's up, man? Hope you're doing well,
Hey, how's it
Griffin.
going, man? Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by, dude.
I really like this figure a lot, and
Yeah, man.
I'll tell you, it would be hard for me to pass on it. I'm really trying hard to just stick with Batman figures, but
yeah,
this figure here, if I see this figure and it looks this good,
yeah,
it's in the truck. Like it's going in the truck. But
yeah,
I think I could make special arrangements for that figure. Yeah, that's
I love
really cool.
The blue and gray yellow look. It's just such a classic look.
The yellow really makes that figure for me, in my opinion.
It's got a beautiful pop to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. And that cape, that particular material for the cape looks good on that figure, don't you think? I kind of like that shiny.
Oh yeah, dude, absolutely.
I like that a
for
lot.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let me pull up the next thing we have here. I didn't think there was anything else in here. Well, actually, you know what? These are still Batman, and you might actually be familiar with these. Let's see what you have to say. We'll just run through these real quick.
Yeah.
What do you have to think about this one here, man? I'm not familiar. It's a cool look, very interesting design. I have no knowledge of this at all. Are you aware?
That looks a lot like the old orange Kenner Batman that came with the didn't he have like a parachute or something? Remember those Kenner Batman figures? And there were like a million of them, different colors, and they did an orange one and a green one and a yellow one. To me, it looks almost like that.
Umbra Batman, yes.
Umbra Batman.
That's hilarious.
That's it, GXB. That looks cool to me. That's going in the truck. That's going in the truck, man.
And then we have this one. How are you feeling about this one?
Ooh, wait a minute now. Hold on now. Oh man.
With the throne and the soft goods cape.
It immediately hit me as like Kiss Batman, like Gene Simmons Batman or something. I don't know. Maybe that one's a little bit out of bounds for me, but it's cool. I like it.
Okay.
What do you think of that one?
I'm just not familiar with it. I don't really get any kind of. I just have no connection to it, man. It's a cool looking Batman for freaking sure, man.
Yeah. I don't know the material either, so I'd probably pass on that one.
One other thing I also wanted to talk about. I'm trying to find. Where is that? It was a really cool Spider-Man done by a company called 3-0, and I really wanted to talk about that as well.
3-0 does some really great G.I. Joe stuff.
Oh, do they really?
3-0 has done some really, really good, like 12-inch Joes and stuff. Yeah. I like them.
Now I'm having a hard time freaking finding it, dude. I don't know where. I just had it pulled up just a second ago.
GXB, didn't we run into some 3-0 G.I. Joes at that show we went to in the summer? Some 12-inch 3-0 Joes. I think we did. They look pretty good.
Oh, here it is. I found it. This is something else I really wanted to talk about for anybody that's not aware. Me and Hyper both of us are huge Spider-Man fans, and they actually are doing a version of him from the PS2 game.
Oh,
and
okay. All right.
This thing is loaded, absolutely loaded with freaking tech. Real quick, sorry about that. Christina says, "What's up, Cody?" This is Mike. Just wanted to give a shout out. Hey, what's up, Mike? Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you for hanging out for a little bit. Appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
So this thing looks freaking. Look at the amount of texture on this guy, man.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Yeah, I like that.
Good seamless for the most part, cuts and stuff. I love the pops of white, the white spider emblem. It's a very new, modern looking design, but I loved the game so freaking much. I really love the look of this costume.
So that has all the things that you would expect from, say, Marvel Maximum Spider-Man.
Yeah, you would think, right? Look at that. Look at the texture.
That looks really good to me. Yeah. So is that a 6-inch scale figure?
I believe it is 6-inch scale. I believe so, man.
That looks really good for 6-inch. Yeah.
And just the posing too. It's like got really cool looking posing.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this thing. It looks awesome. And it also comes with a lot of other accessories. You can see we do have the web set. Look at that pose, dude. That's
so what do they want for that? How much is that?
I'm about to look it up actually. I have it pulled up right next to it. Another awesome fucking sick picture, dude.
That's really cool. Yeah.
I was trying to show some of the other accessories. Just look at the white emblem, man. That's just clean.
Yeah. I'm not familiar with that version of Spidey, but I really dig it. I like that.
Yeah, this is from the video game.
Mm-hmm.
And you can
A
see
white spider. Yeah.
Comes with the extra arms like that you can do in the game, and then you can see all the extra hands and the web effects we have here. I think this is wired, I'm pretty sure.
That is really cool, man.
Wrong.
Okay. Yep.
Extra hands. The different eyes you can see, like you have the squinting eyes right there, Peter's cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the game, you can take selfies and take pictures of yourself swinging that, so you can make money from the photos and stuff. But
so that looks like maybe $100. Is that like $100?
I think you're on point, dude.
Okay.
There's a closer look at the hands and the eyes right there. There's everything that you're getting in the pack.
It's competing with Mafex and SH Figure Arts and those companies, right?
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah, that looks really, really good to me. Yeah.
And so we'll go back real quick and let's see here. Shout out to Toy Arc. I love Bantha Skull and Toy Arc. Oh, it's priced at $77, $76.99.
Man,
so
that's
around the first quarter of 2026.
Okay.
6
so
inches
about
tall, 39 points of articulation.
$25 less than a competing Mafex or something like that.
Man.
That's really good, man. Yeah.
It's a really great looking figure, man.
Yeah, that seems about right. That's a good price for that.
How is chat feeling about this Spider-Man?
I gotta say, I mean, I haven't I would probably pick that up if I saw it for $75 or $76, whatever it is.
Yeah. It's an awesome looking figure, man.
That's really good. I like that white a lot. Wow, that white goes hard.
It's got a pop to it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very clean.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely awesome freaking figure. And then next up, what I wanted to talk about was this Daredevil helmet. I'm also been a huge fan of Daredevil as of late since the Netflix my discovery. And this thing looks absolutely awesome, dude. Beautiful texture on this thing too. Got not only the cowl but also the belly clubs as well.
Can anybody else? I can see Stone wearing that at work, right? Like
damn straight
in the warehouse, like flying around, jumping off shit. Like
bro, I was trying so hard to find a Batman mask to wear during the stream tonight, and I could not find one to get delivered today. I was like, I'm a fool for not planning ahead. Batman would have planned for this.
That's all right. We have next September 20th.
Absolutely, dude.
Episode 58. We're on it, right? But
I'm obsessed with. Look at again. I'm sorry to keep saying texture, but God, man, the red lenses and just look at that, dude. Such a sleek design.
I think for the purposes of your channel, you need to have someone film you jumping around the warehouse wearing that thing. Like,
dude,
that's all day.
I'll get my boss to do it. He would do it for me. I'm like, hey, boss man, can you do me a favor? He's like, it depends what. I said, no. Can you do me a favor? No, I'm just joking. I got a really cool fucking boss. I'm lucky, man. He's awesome.
Man. That is a pretty cool piece. Now, I'm not really into the whole collecting
like role playing
stuff. I mean, I have a couple of Star Wars helmets and stuff like that, but that is cool though. I like it. And it really so those clubs, like, so do we know anything about them? Are they weighted? Are they hollow? Like what's
I'm not totally sure. I'm pretty sure they're all one piece, but they actually do fit together completely. There's actually, I've seen a dude on Etsy making it to where you could plug it together and it's got like an actual cable in it so you can swing them like nunchucks. It's crazy what people are doing, man. But and see, you can see right here how it plugs together, and you can make it like the whole Billy, make it a Billy staff base, or like one club, you know?
Right.
Really rad looking though. I am definitely going to be picking this up. It's about 140 on Big Bad, which I don't mind paying extra because it's Big Bad. But I'm trying to see what it retails for normally here. If it's going to say,
so you are going to.
The retail is $139.99. Okay, so that's not bad. Okay,
you are going to pick it up.
I am definitely picking this up, dude. Absolutely. You got to think 140. I'd say the helmet alone is probably or the cowl is about 100, and then for the club, that's probably about $30-$40. I think that's fair.
Yeah, probably about right. Yeah. Okay.
You pay about $100 for a Black Series helmet. I mean, obviously this is not as bulky as a helmet, but I just look at just the texture, all the the lens. I really fuck with this, man.
I can't wait for you to put that on and wear that. You got to wear that for a stream. You know, it's perfect.
Absolutely.
It's awesome, dude.
Absolutely, man. And the next bit of toy news, we'll keep it moving here. I did want to bring up this hot toy. Obviously, y'all know I'm a big Wolverine fan, especially brown and tan suit, and had to pull up this guy because it's just too freaking badass. Some of the other hot toys that were released, I don't care much for, but this one here, this looks.
Oh yeah,
this looks awesome.
oh
This
yeah.
looks so freaking cool. And this is from Deadpool and Wolverine. This is from like the flashbacks in different universes when Deadpool was going back to. So really, just such an awesome looking design, man.
Now that one, oh yeah. Now, you had to show me that. You had to show me that.
Yep.
Oh man, that's a really, really good Wolverine. That's got to be. I'm gonna guess that's probably in the $300 retail mark, something like that.
Let's look real quick. I'd say like 280 or 300 at least.
Okay,
I'd say.
It seems like a lot.
Surprised, though.
Well, Hot Toys is going to have those real metal claws and everything, so I bet that's going to be a pretty penny.
$415.
Okay.
$415. Yeah.
$415. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not saying it's not worth it. I'm saying that's
yeah
definitely good. I mean, that's an awesome figure.
Yeah.
$415. Are you going to pop on that one? $415.
Oh, and Jacob actually says it goes on sale Monday. Good information this year, man. Awesome. Oh, I see we have 15 people in here tonight, 16 now. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me and my buddy tonight. We really do have a good time doing this, and it's good to see chat lively, and everybody, hope you all having a good Saturday night with us.
So I'm interested. So Stone, so it's almost a oranges to oranges comparison. So you did not get the Republic gunship, the HasLab gunship. So that's almost like saying you have $415 just hanging out now. Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that
yeah. I like your logic. Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Right. So I mean, it's almost like, well, okay, here comes a week later, bam, a Wolverine hot toy. Right?
Yeah.
So it's almost like you got to do it, dude. You got to get it, man.
This would be a cool one. Do what now?
You didn't pop on the gunship, so you got to get this. Right?
I'm waiting for Hasbro to revisit the Rancor. I'm ready for them to be like, all right, we're going to give the Rancor one more chance. And that is probably something I'm going to sit down with my wife and be like, hey, babe, this is something I'm really serious about. I want to be a part of this. If they do the Rancor, I would like to do what I can to back it. As long as it's under 450, I will do whatever I can to try to make that happen. But that's, I'm not. Some people think differently. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for a collectible, And I know it would be one of a kind. HasLabs are definitely special. They instantly double in value once they fund or once they get shit. All that. Man, if they did a Rancor, this is cool. I love Brandon Tan suit. If this was more of a comic Brandon Tan suit, I'd be in. But the Deadpool and Wolverine is kind of pulling me away. Not pulling me away. It's still a badass look. Don't get it twisted. I just 415 is mighty steep, man. Mighty. But like you said, they're doing the different attachable claws, and they are actual metal claws. You get the different looks for the other alternate hand. Look, you can see the other alternate hands we have here. Separate rolling eyeballs with the face sculpt. It's a lot going on, man. It's a lot.
So, Mama Mando, you'll know. Mama Mando, does he buy this? Yes or no? Right. That we're going to go right to the Mama Mando on this one.
Mama Mando's asking Jacob if he's getting it.
So speaking, let's can we just hit on the Rancor for a second? Because
absolutely, dude.
I know that Out of the Basement just did a video on the disappointment that they didn't release the Luke Skywalker this week and everything. And I really liked what they had to say in that particular video. Although I would kind of disagree that we kind of did get the Luke. I mean, I know it's not exactly brushstroke for brushstroke the Luke Skywalker, but it's close enough to me. I mean, it's pretty close. We got the Luke, but my thought has always been, Hasbro has done this a million times to us. Oh, you want more prequel figures? Well, you better start buying them because otherwise you're not going to get them. And then what do you know? You get more prequel figures because that's just how they go. They know they can't make the 14th Luke Skywalker in a single year, so they're gonna make the prequel figures. And so they kind of threaten us with this, and sure enough, they make them. And I feel like a lot of time and resource has gone into the Rancor, and they're going to put it on ice. There's no way that they don't release that in the future. Too much time and money and effort went into it. I think they've learned from HasLabs of the past. I think that they'll probably retool it to some degree. And I think that we'll get another Rancor offering again. I truly believe that, in my opinion. You know,
it feels good to hear you say that, man. It honestly does. I feel like it's deserving of another chance because it was only a couple hundred backers away. You know,
right?
It was literally at like it needed 8,000 backers, and it was at like 70. It was over 75 or 7,400, something like that. It was very, very close, and it just didn't work out. You know, but we have Mrs. Stone in the house. My wife said if it's something you truly wanted, there wouldn't be. Sorry, y'all. If it's something you truly wanted, there wouldn't have to be much of a conversation. I'd be cool. I know, baby doll. We're a team. We got to talk about that kind of stuff, you know.
Right,
but I appreciate it, baby.
Yeah. But no, you know, I think that the Rancor, like you said, it was very, very close, and I do believe that Hasbro has learned some things in the 3 or 4 years since it was released. I think that they have made course corrections with their approach, and although I will say they don't seem to have learned their lesson when it comes to marketing campaigns.
No.
So, you know, I feel like in some ways they've improved product, but are still right back in 2020 with their marketing. So they're going to really need to work on that in order for something like that to sell. You know, but I think they'll get another shot at it. Ooh, now, okay, wait a minute. We're back with a
little bit more Batman. Yeah, I wanted to show a few more good promo shots of the Batgirl, and I have two other ones I want to talk about real quick, and then we can start. Everybody stick around, please. I see we still got 16 people in here. That's actually lately we've been getting down in the 10-12 range, so it's good to see y'all showing up and popping off tonight. It really means a lot to me and Hyper.
Absolutely.
But stick around because we are going to be going through some of our favorite and least favorite Black Series accessories later, so I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's going to be fun.
Few more McFarlanes I wanted to show to my friend here, and some more that I'm excited for. And this is a good look at what Batgirl comes with. Obviously, we always get a collector card and a stand, but I did want to show we have the blue Batarang and also the grapnel gun, which is I thought just wanted to show that off as well. You also get a better look at the cape here, which I wanted to show off.
That cape is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
That cape is just awesome, isn't it? They cut it right. They did it all right. Yeah.
Yes, they did, man. Like you said exactly right. The way that the folds and the like, what's it called? Like the what's the term for fabric when it does? I'm blanking right now, but it looks great. Real quick look of it in the box looks really, really good, and I want to show the back too. I love the back of this box, dude. I wish I could find a better shot on it.
So great. That's
Classic
poster
Batgirl, dude.
Poster material right there.
Yes, bro. That's something you cut out and you put on the wall somewhere. It's that cool.
Grab some tissues. Right? Exactly.
Oh my God. Oh shit, damn it, bro.
Yeah. So,
oh damn it.
That's a great one, man. That's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Oh boy, no.
So like I said, man, hey, who we got in the house? We got Troy in the house. What is up, bro?
Yeah, what's up, everyone? Man? How's it going? Welcome back, man.
At this point, Troy, I would just call it fashionably late, brother. You know, you're always fashionably late, man. Show up right on time, man. Hope you enjoy. If you happen to catch the rest of the replay, we've talked a lot of McFarlane and Batman, dude. So
actually, Stone was talking a bunch of shit about you for the first hour, but no.
Don't tell him that. I cut that part out. Right. No, appreciate you for being here, Troy. Appreciate good to see you in chat, brother.
You, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, but like I said earlier, Todd is going all freaking out, man. Mattel's getting the DC license next year. So, like I said, he's going all out, man. And we have probably one of my favorite scarecrows that I've seen him do. And this is for sure. I need all the villains at some point. I need the representation. Like Hyper was just making fun of me earlier. I need the representation. This is like, to me, the definitive quintessential Scarecrow. I am most certainly, without a doubt, picking this one up. Hyper, how you feeling, man? How you feeling?
That is absolutely awesome. Now, I will say I still love the animated one that I have. I love it. But this one here, you're right. It kind of fits the motif of all the other McFarlane, more realistic versions, not necessarily the animated style. So, I mean, if you're a Batman fan, I think that the Scarecrow has kind of, well, I think the Joker is always going to be in first place, but I think that the Scarecrow has legions of fans who are your age. Like the Scarecrow has sort of come in and taken over maybe like pole position as far as greatest Batman character villains.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong, but and so because he's sort of the face of the best Batman villains, he needed this, and this is fantastic. Absolutely fire figure right here, in my opinion.
Real quick, I just want to say hey to K-Mac. Hey, Stone Mando, what's happening? What is up, K-Mac? Thank you so much for hanging out with me and my buddy Hyper tonight. And we also have Bender Rodriguez saying, what's up, everybody? What's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning into the show. Hope y'all enjoy it. Hope you have a great Saturday night. Hey, yeah, spam those emojis damn straight, y'all. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I have to say, it really is good to see. It really is good to see Troy's emoji back in chat, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Very good to see.
Like a homecoming, right?
Yeah. It is, man. It's just like that's how we want me and Hyper to want the show to be. It's like a hangout session. You come as you please. You get to stay 10, 15, 30 minutes. You got to go do something, you go do something. But if you can hang out the whole time, we love it, man. It's literally just we don't want y'all to feel like y'all are walking into a room and talking toys with us. It's very laid back here on the Stone Hyper Show. Is if you're new here, that's just how we like to do things, man. Not your typical action figure show like a lot of the other streamers out here. We're a little bit more laid back, but I feel like that's what kind of sets us out from the rest,
Cue the Whitney Houston, right? We're going to play it for him, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, I love Whitney, bro. Play it, jam it.
And
I will always love you. Yeah, this thing looks absolutely awesome, dude. Great. Sorry to keep saying texture tonight, but everything we're looking at, there's a lot of sculpting detail. You see this nice wash in here. Look at it's like kind of fabricy looking. Look at the yarn stitching over the mouth. It's just really great looking figure, man. It's really cool to see McFarlane just going all out here at the end of his career here. Not his career, but for DC.
Did we just coin the term texture representation, Stone? Is that what we're talking about tonight?
Dude, it's all about texture representation, baby. Yes.
You need texture representation. I love it. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
and look at that. Look at that. The art on the back too, man. Ooh, that looks good.
That's a classic looking Scarecrow, man. I love it.
The other thing too is once you get maybe 8 or 10 boxes from McFarlane, you can just as easily turn those around and display the back as the front on that art.
Oh yeah, dude.
Those boxes are so good.
Great backdrops they'd be awesome. Sometimes there'll be renditions of the figure, but I really like when it's like a piece of art and that it's referenced to the material for. I like that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And this is a good looking Riddler. This is a look that I like for the Riddler instead of like the weird onesie thing. I like the kind of gangster, smart ass, sarcastic Riddler, and this is really good, man. You gonna pick this one up, man?
Love it. So I think I will. I think I will pick up this Riddler. Yeah. I'm a big fan of the Riddler. My favorite of the Batman characters are the ones from my childhood. Riddler was a big one. Now the Riddler, it's funny that you should say that because to me there were many like onesie leotard jumpsuits that the Riddler had throughout his life, and the one that I really liked a lot was just the straight up green one with the big question mark in it. And I have a really cool figure of that.
Yeah, man.
But I do like the suit and tie look and the bowler hat. That is a pretty cool look for the Riddler. So I'd probably pick that one up. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. So that is about pretty much a wrap up for all the toy news. I'm pretty sure we'll go back and I pretty much scanned everything that I feel like we were kind of wanting to talk about. Yeah, that looks to be everything there.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we'll go ahead and jump straight into ranking some of our favorite and least favorite Black Series accessories, which I feel like me and Hyper had a lot of fun doing, and we were talking about going back and forth. So do you want me to go first, Hyper, or you want to take the reins on this one, man?
Well, let me just say, you and I have been talking about doing this topic for at least the whole summer, right? Like we've really talked about doing that. And we finally buckled down and said, let's do it. And I know other shows have done it and everything, but I would say that you and I really thought about this, right? Like we really thought about it. And like I think we went way back all the way to the beginning of the Black Series, like 10, 12 years ago, and we dug out some gems, I think, right?
Yeah,
On
for
both
sure,
sides.
dude.
Good gems
yeah.
and bad gems, right? Like gems of both. So let's just what are we going to start with? You want to do worst or best?
I'll tell you what.
Worst?
I have I'll go ahead and run through my best, and then we'll do your best, and then we'll go through and do the worst.
All right, sounds good. All right, let's do it.
So real quick, and now, like I said, we are going to make this a little bit of a shorter stream tonight. Hyper has some obligations in the morning, but we're gonna have fun showing y'all what we like and don't like. So that being said, let Caveman Cody share the screen here really quick. And for my first accessory, let me make sure y'all can see this. Everything look good, Hyper?
Your favorites, right? Yeah.
Yeah, these are some of my favorites. We got Marauder Magic in the house. What's up, dude?
Yep. How's it going, man? That is
that's a good one though, Jacob. Everybody in chat, feel free to throw in some accessories that y'all feel like we missed out on for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, and Marauder Magic coming through the door with a $19.99 super chat, man. Thank you so much, dude.
Wowzers. Yeah,
thank you very much, man. Means a lot.
So that blast effect is an all-timer because it really, sometimes it's not enough just to have the pose. You need to have the blast effect to understand what's happening with the pose. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
absolutely,
so this is an extension of the figure in so many ways. And without that blast effect, you've got a super battle droid. With it, it now completes the vision. And it's so
absolutely,
good.
Dude.
It's so good. Yeah.
So the reason I initially chose this one is I love the idea of blast effects. I feel like blast effects and alternate hands is something that the Black Series is sorely missing, and I would love to see them do more of, even if it was just a little bit. And like Hyper said, this is now an extension of the figure, and this just adds to the variety and variability that you can add to your shelf or your displays or your dioramas, your photography. This adds so much flair. This essentially a blast effect does to a troop builder what an open hand force gesture can do to a Sith or Jedi. It just adds so much flavor and nuance and adds so much depth, and you can really story tell and pull off so much more than just a regular C grip awkward hand. And again, the reason I chose this, I want to see more blast accessories in the line, and I felt like the Super Battle Droid was a great one to start out with. We were all dying for more CIS representation, and I've said this before on the channel. The Super Battle Droid has always been one of my favorite droid designs, even as a kid. Now to my adult years, I'm still a kid. Let's be real, but love the Super Battle Droid design. This figure was my top 10 out of my top 10 in 2024. This one was my number one. The articulation is perfect. The paint is great. The sculpt is absolutely perfect. The proportions. This is the definitive 1/12 scale Super Battle Droid in my eyes. And the blast effect just was like the little bit of whipped cream and cherry on top for this figure, and I would love to see Black Series continue to do this for not only CIS droids, but also clones. Let's see some blast effects and more. And also I have more similar effects later on in the list, but yeah, I had to put this. This is one of my favorite utilizations of an accessory, and I'm always down for stuff like this. Hyper, you got any more thoughts you want to share, man?
Just real quick, it explains the rationale for the articulation of the arm. It explains what that device is on the wrist to someone who doesn't know what they're looking at. It explains the reason why the wrist is designed to go down like that, and it also it translates exactly from the movie, which I love. Which very few figures translate exactly a pose.
Yeah,
right? And this does it, and that's why it's such a great accessory. Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Yep.
And just keeping on rolling so we can get to Hypers here in a minute.
Yeah. Take your time, man.
So, I chose this because, and this will be a little foreshadowing for later. I love the utilization. Sorry to say utilization again. The use and implementation, I should say, of like the little mini. It's like a little mini diorama or like a base, I should say, and it's got really nice paint on it, good rocky texture. Then you also get the training remote, the blast effect, and the clear stand to hold Grogu to emulate him jumping and stuff being in the air.
Yep.
I love this. Came in the Book of Boba Fett Luke and Grogu 2-pack, and love that Luke as well. He's kind of like in the ninja gi style, but I feel like this is an accessory that shines, truly shines, and makes that figure. I can't remember if it was a deluxe or not. I think it was a little bit more than a deluxe. It was a little bit pricier, if I'm not. I could be wrong on that. Moderator GenXBrian will correct us, I'm sure, at some point, or confirm. But I love the paint, the sculpt, the execution on this is it's perfect, man. And this screams perfect / deluxe accessory. And in my opinion, and again, foreshadowing for later in the video, I've always viewed, I know this is technically a figurine, or it's a figure, it's got its own single release, but to me, Grogu is kind of an accessory in my own opinion. You know, literally a fifth or even a sixth of an actual figure. You know, Hyper, what's your thoughts on my pick, man? You think?
Oh yeah. So first of all, Hybrid Toy Reviews, hey, thanks for stopping in and saying hey. We appreciate it, man.
Absolutely, man. Good to see you in chat, man. Popping in to say hey. If it hasn't been noted yet, the Daredevil helmet is in stock at Big Bad Toy. I'm aware. Don't tempt me,
Hybrid.
He's snagging that, my friend.
Right.
Not a pre-order. Got it in his hand already, and you're just shit. Yeah, I'm talking to my wife. Probably gonna do that when I get paid next Friday. That's one. Hybrid, I've talked with you about Daredevil before, man. I'm obsessed. So good to see you in chat, man. Hope you're doing well, dude. Thank you for hanging out tonight. But yeah, Hyper, my bad, man. What's your opinion on this, man?
So this is the absolute quintessential accessory. When you think about what an accessory is for the Black Series, this is the equivalent of, remember back in when the Black Series first came out and Darth Maul had that whole cloak with the extra head on it, and you could swap it out and do that.
Yes.
And that's kind of what we wanted from the Black Series. That's what we were hoping we were going to get. And there were promises made that that's the kind of thing we were going to get with the Black Series. And then we kind of didn't ever get that ever again.
Yeah.
And then we got this, and this is on par with that. It's exactly, it's a specific accessory to a specific scene. Sure, it's a character, but you're right. Grogu is nothing but an accessory, and I love Grogu, but that's all he is. He's not. He should not be packaged alone in anything, right? Like he's a tiny little friggin' fairy or whatever, you know. Like he's tiny little thing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But the fact that you get the training remote, the blast effect, the rock, and then there's all kinds of other stuff in there.
Yeah.
That's just a great accessory. It takes me back to what the Black Series promised us it was going to be. We had to pay a little bit more for it, but as I've said before, if you did not own that Luke Skywalker, that particular iteration of Luke Skywalker, that's actually my personal favorite Luke Skywalker figure from all the Disney stuff.
Okay.
And and it's just a great. I love that gi. I love the way Luke looks. I love everything it comes with, and this really, that's a great pick. I hadn't even thought of that pick, but that's a really good one, man.
Yeah. Thanks, man. And Brian, again, our moderator, is confirming it was more than deluxe. 44 for people that aren't aware. Deluxe price for Black Series is $33.99. So that is well over about $11 or so, $10 or so over.
Oh yeah.
Deluxe price, which in my opinion, a little overpriced. That's why I went on massive clearance, which is when I got mine from Walmart or Target for like 15 or 16, but it was something crazy, dude. I can't remember exactly now. Maybe 20, but
it also comes. Brian. It also comes with the harness that Grogu can ride on Luke's back.
That's right.
It comes with a lot of stuff.
The lit Yoda hilt and the unlit hilt.
Right.
The little chest box.
Even still, all of that does not equal a figure, in my opinion.
100%, man.
But it's a great load of accessories. So
yeah.
Ooh, okay. All right.
This is a real quick before we get into the next accessory. Lizzie Jawa says, I really need that training remote droid for my farm. Yes, dude, that would be perfect, Jawa.
Great one, man. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like accessories like that, that'll incentivize people to like try to find or track down or buy multiple versions and utilize the accessories in other ways, or even just mix and match in their own display. Just buy it once and then use it somewhere else, you know? Absolutely.
Well, I think you and I, one of the rationales for doing this episode was maybe the people who do watch this episode might go out and pick up a couple of these because
Absolutely, man.
you know,
Yeah.
and Lazy Jawa, I'll tell you right now, you shouldn't pay more than probably $20 shipped for that set if you were to go to eBay or something, and you're gonna really like it. I think you're gonna really like that set. So
Yeah, Jawa.
it wouldn't be a
man.
bad.
Grab
It would
that
not
one.
be a bad purchase at all. Yeah.
And that Luke, like Hyper was saying, that's a really cool look. He's like in that ninja gi, like he was saying. It's a really cool look, man. I think you enjoy it.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
So yeah, I chose the next one that I chose was R2 with, and there's actually also an R5 that was in a multi pack with some pit droids and one of the little tiny droids or whatever. We all waited for the first original release of R2 should have come with these, not the Revenge of the Sith version. They should have had this ready to go from the get with R2. However, it's still nice to see them revisit it and throw it in with the R2 that we got it with the R5. I love this effect so much. He does it in Attack of the Clones. I'm pretty sure at some point in Phantom maybe not Phantom, maybe it was just Attack of the Clones. And I can't either way. I know Attack of the Clones for sure, and I just love the way that it looks, man. And it's the perfect accessory. You can switch out the little panels and have it to where the jet boosters are inside his struts, or you can have it displayed like you see here. And I just love it. I love it. Perfect execution, man.
It's a great way to add more fun to your astromech droids, right? And
yes, man.
The fact that you can swap them out. I think there's even the other droid, the one that has that more triangular head, the red and orange one that I love. You can use it with that too. So they're interchangeable. And yeah, absolutely. It makes R2D2 flying R2D2, and it's just a great accessory. That's another one. See, Stone shared a few of his least favorites with me, but he didn't share his most favorite accessories with me.
These are all surprises for Hyper.
So they're total surprises, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, damn, I should have gone with that one too. That's a good one, man. That's a really good one. Yeah.
Thanks, man. So then the next accessory I chose was the lightning hands, and these come with Jorah Sabayoth, also the old school OT version of Palpatine, as well as the Revenge of the Sith prequel release. These are Palpatine hands, but just the utilization of the lightning sculpt and the way that they do the translucent blue plastic and then paint the skin flesh color on. I just think it's a really great accessory, especially the way that they've done it now. They've kind of shortened them a little bit and even made them maybe somewhat lighter. They don't. You would think something that long coming that far off of the figure would make it pull down, but it's a really great accessory, and it's one of my favorites in the line. And every time I see my Sidious on the shelf and I look at it, I'm like, yeah, that looks pretty rad. I love it every time. What's your opinions on these effects, man? Do you have, when you pull out your Palpatine, do you ever throw these on, or do you just kind of throw the cane on? And how do you do it? Do you like this?
Okay. So first of all, if people really, really got to know me on a deep personal level, they know that the Emperor is my soul jam. Okay. Like I am so into the old school Emperor, right? Like to me, he's undefeated still. I love him. And one of the greatest Black Series figures of all time is the Emperor with the hands, the lightning hands, because when you display that on the shelf, there's really no match, no rival to it. It screams Star Wars, right? Like it's just quintessential Star Wars, the absolute apex of it. And so once again, you got me. That's a great pick, man. Great pick.
Thanks, man.
I mean, the throne. You probably could have put the throne on this list too, right? But
I was contemplating that. I was contemplating that.
I've always wondered, and I maybe tomorrow I'll go down and find out if you could heat up the Dooku hand and put that on Dooku as well. Because
I've thought about trying it, man. There was some, I think it was from Ragnarok. There was some Thor figure that came with some lightning extensions. I was like, dude. Yeah. And it was like $15, $20 one time. I was like, that's a cool looking Thor. I could just take those lightning effects and throw them on Dooku somehow, and then I'd have a cool Thor too. But it ended up selling out on Walmart, and I was like, fuck it. But yeah, that's a good idea, man. That would be something to try to I'm sure maybe somebody out there has definitely done it.
Well, it should have come with all the Emperor figures first of all, right? Like there's no excuse. Like this should, but of course, Hasbro being Hasbro, you're only going to get it in one deluxe set, blah blah blah. But damn, man, that's a great accessory. Yeah,
thanks, dude. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
So next one I picked again, chat. Just want to thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. It really means a lot.
Hey, there we go. Hi, Brenda Bender.
Yes. Okay. Sorry. And yeah, the next one I chose. These are actually the hands from. Shout out to my buddy Hyper. Hooked me up with the Mustafar dual Anakin Obi-Wan dual set, Revenge of the Sith, and just once again, thank you, bro. Much love, dude. I'm just speechless every time I think about it. And these open hand gestures are actually from that set, and this is an accessory that I think needs to come with every lightsaber wielder or force wielder needs to have, Sith or Jedi alike, needs to have an open hand gesture. It can serve as a force hand. It can serve as a more relaxed hand. It can serve as it just adds a lot more like flavor and like little sauce to any kind of stance and stuff, whether it's a vanilla stance or a dynamic pose or you got to put it on a flight stand. That open hand does so much compared to just this all the time. When you're taking pictures, and I would love to see that. It's a little tiny piece of plastic. It can't be that much more for Hasbro to just go ahead and throw it in. They already have it sculpted. You already got it. Just throw it in. Would it kill you? Would it kill you?
I agree. And one of the best figures of the year is from the G.I. Joe classified line, and it's the armored Cobra Commander. And if you've been on the Stone and Hyper chat, I love this figure. Everybody knows I love this figure. But the point is that he comes with so many hands, you can't even see all of them in the box. And one of them is the pointer finger hand, like every clone commander should come with. And
yes, dude.
Cobra Commander has a pointer finger, and he's directing the troops into battle in the mainline release. It's not a deluxe figure. It's not anything else.
Yeah,
he comes with 14 pounds of other things too in the box. But you know what I mean? So it really irritates me because so clearly Obi-Wan and Anakin need those force push hands, and Qui-Gon and other.
Yes.
Come on, man. It's like you and I have said, really, you can't give us a Jedi communicator. You can't give us one foot. Like, really? Seriously? And it's disappointing. We all know the game. We know that's the game they play. You can't do anything about it. But yeah, of course, those are awesome hands, man. Awesome. And so needed for every single Jedi figure.
I also wanted to say, hey, everybody, my coon hound.
Oh,
this
hey.
Mrs. Jones' little baby.
Hey, buddy. Yeah.
She's such a good girl. All right, sorry, I got distracted.
That's quite all right.
She wanted to come say hey to Dad for a minute. I love that freaking dog, man. Okay, my bad, y'all.
That's quite all right.
Free puppy content. So yeah, thank you for sharing your opinions, man. They needed you, and obviously me and Hyper aren't saying like oh, why aren't they throwing this in? This is so still like we know they've never. This is not a common thing that they've never done.
Right.
But it would just be nice if they did. That's our main thing.
Of course. Yeah.
It'd be nice to see more often.
Yeah.
And then my next one, this is actually Mercenary Tech. And if anybody that knows me, okay, Mom, love you. Thank you. Anybody that knows me knows I absolutely love Bad Batch. I'm a huge fan of it. But this was an update and definitely an upgrade to the first tech, whereas when you took off the helmet, the goggles and everything were sculpted with the helmet. And when you took off the helmet, it would just be Tech without his goggles. But if you notice in Bad Batch, whenever he takes off his helmet, Tech always has his goggles on. He always has his goggles on. So when you took the old one off, it would take the goggles off, and then it's like a weird looking Tech. But with this one, they sculpted the actual goggles and made a really nice transparent yellow hue where you could still see his eyes separate from the actual helmet. And when you take off the helmet, you got Tech with the goggles. And I feel like this is one of the coolest accessories, and it's one of Hasbro's it's one of Hasbro's like feats or examples of them actually listening to fan feedback, and we were all talking about how we didn't like the helmet because of the way when you took he just looked weird without the goggles, and then the goggles were like a yellow. The way that you see this yellow on the visor here is how the goggles were on the old one, but now on the updated one you can see here it's transparent, and then the yellow is on his actual visor on his helmet. This is a good example of Hasbro actually listening to feedback and actually changing it and doing something different. And I really enjoyed the color schemes on all of the Bad Batch for the Mercenary. You know, I really like, and then I feel like a lot of people were like, oh, I'm not buying these figures again, you know, because I already got the OG Bad Batch, which I understand. But I feel like these figures are honestly better than the OG. Hunter actually has holsters compared to the OG release. Mm-hmm. Tech's goggles are better. Wrecker's blaster is actually a little bit more, it's a little bit upscaled. It's a little bit more correct to scale. And yeah, I just feel like they're massive upgrades. But this is one of my favorite accessories. How do you feel about this pick, man?
Well, Stone, you just learned me something. I had no idea it was a different helmet. So I want to now track this down. I need to track this down because I just assumed it was the same helmet, and I never gave this figure a second look.
I'm gonna keep my eyes open for you too. I might see one at a comic shop or something, dude. Because if you look on, they all those mercenary ones, dude. From what I understand, they've kind of gotten up a little bit, just a little bit. I don't think they're bad, but they're above retail now, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I'll tell you. So Tech, absolutely, that's worth grabbing now that I know that you can get the goggled face, because you're right. Yeah. It just wow. Okay, interesting. See, I'm glad we're breaking this down, because I just learned something about an accessory. So that's really cool.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely, man. Wow, I just feel like it's a great example of a retooled, updated, upgraded accessory. You know,
yeah, good one.
So
Stone is killing it on these. I gotta say,
man. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you, dude. I love action figures. It's a great outlet for all of us, of course, and doing this kind of stuff, you know, it's obviously stuff I have to think about. It's work outside of here, but it's enjoyable, man. And if people can get entertainment out of it, and people, like you said, you just learn something new. That's my goal. You teach me stuff all the freaking time. So like, if I can spread information and knowledge to other people too, and like influencing them, like, oh, well, damn, I need to, that's what the helmet is like. I need to get that in my display. Like, that's what I strive for, and making you motherfuckers spend y'all's money. Because if I'm spending the shit, y'all gotta spend the shit too, man.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, let me quit yapping. So my next pick was, I am obsessed with. I enjoyed Skeleton Crew. The end was a little iffy for me. I thought they could have done better. Hopefully, we get a season 2 somewhere down the road. I would like to see that. I really enjoyed it. Felt very Star Warsy to me. This was like our modern version of a Glup Shido. I absolutely loved Captain Brutus, and my accessories to pick were his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flintlock blaster pistols that I just thought Hyper hates the idea of a flintlock blaster, because it's just like it's primitive mixed with like future, so it's weird. But I love living in South Carolina, being close to the coast and the beach and such, Charleston, et cetera, Merle's Inlet. Me and my brother were always obsessed with pirate lore and stuff like Blackbeard, and he actually used to have a house in Charleston and between Cuba and all that, Nassau. So I've always had an obsession or infatuation with pirates. So when Skeleton Crew was coming out, I was like, oh yeah, Star Wars is getting into the pirate genre. Let's fucking go, baby. And then we see this wolf dude with fucking like Blackbeard style look. These blasters all are covered with paint. They're all unique sculpts. There is not one that's alike. They are all 5 unique to Brutus, to the show. I love the way that you leave the weapon storage. It's so well done. And the texture, not even besides the accessories, the figure itself is awesome. It's loaded with texture. It has great articulation. The sculpt and the paint is superb. I love it so freaking much. But look at the paint. Look at the gold and brown on this rifle. And then the silver. You got more brown, more brassiness right here. Then you have all the weapon storage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blasters. So that is another pick for some of my favorite accessories. I just feel like they obviously they had the budget. They always give Lucasfilm always gives or Disney, I should say, gives Hasbro more budget to, or I should say Hasbro gives themselves more budget with contractual obligations, like when there's a new Disney Plus show coming out, and obviously Skeleton Crew was in that department, in that conversation, because even all the kids came loaded down with accessories that were all painted, and they were all honestly good looking figures. I don't own any of the other ones. I might pick up Neil eventually, but to me, this is the shining star, and this was my number. I think this was like my number 6 or 7 pick in top 10 for 2024. But Hyper, with that being said, man, let me quit yapping. How do you feel about the Flint? Has the Flintlock blasters grown on you at all? You still kind of feeling the same about it?
So I'm not a fan of the Flintlock blasters in Star Wars. Now,
yeah.
Having said that, Brutus is a great looking figure. He was a good character. He definitely was one of the reasons why I kept watching the show, because you wanted to see Brutus more, And so having said that, you're right. The accessories, the number, the storage of them on this figure is second to none. I mean, they really gave this guy the treatment. And once again, they kind of razor crested him, right? Like, we're going to put all this time and money, and we're going to invest all of this marketing into something that's not going to survive the season, right? And you're like, oh man, they took Captain Brutus, and we all know what happened. And you're like, oh man, they do that all the time, don't they?
I wanted to see more of him, right. And now he's gone.
Like, they did it to Darth Maul in episode 1, and then they had to figure out a way to bring him back because he was too popular not to, And so you're like, okay, Brutus, when are they going to learn? Like, don't kill off the most awesome looking person all the time, Like, so having said all of that, while I don't like the Flintlock pistols, I do appreciate what you're saying here. Like, the number of them, the way they're sculpted, the way that they're painted, it's awesome. It's an awesome one for sure. And I always did like that knife that he came with. That was cool. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
So my next pick was, and I have, well, I'll just wait. We'll get there. I wanted to pick this was the first single release of R2 in the Mandalorian packaging, obviously when he showed up with Luke in season 2 of Mandalorian. And I just love you get like the little flame torch, the comlink connector, this other little spinny thing, his little claw thing. Like, there's so many, and then this just looks cool. This is awesome, man. Like when he's doing all his little gizmos and gadgets to distract, and Revenge of the Sith or whatever. And then there's just like, you can interact with different scenes, or it's just so much that you can do. This adds so much variability to R2 himself. Like, you can have him torching something in a diorama. You can have him grabbing something, doing a comlink. If you have like a back section Death Star wall and you built something up and want to do a little photography, there's just a lot can be done with this figure. And this R2 release was obviously upscaled to be correct size for the astromech. And the paneling, obviously it's not SHF level. Of course, I do own the SHF, which I am infatuated with, but the Black Series one for $24.99. This little astromech holds a special place in my heart because for $25, this awesome, beautiful paint and paneling line on that you get, and the cooler accessories, which also another reason that I picked this one, not only for the accessories, again, accessory storage, the way that the top of the dome pops up and you can actually store all of the other extra, the flame torch, the comlink, et cetera, into the base and then shove it back down so you don't lose them or don't have to put them in a bag. They're literally there in the figure. So when you want to use one, pop the head up, grab it out. You open the little panel door as you see here, and you do your thing. I love this. Again, could say broken record, repeat myself, but just execution, man, just nailed it, man.
The only thing I could say that would make this better would be this is Two-Pack City. It should have come with a Yoda and a little lamp that they could fight over, right?
Yeah, like, dude, you're
because I mean, this is exactly what you want your R2-D2 to do. R2-D2 was good. R2-D2, the function of R2-D2 was to provide exactly this in the scenes he was in. He was always doing something, and 100% agreed. Just so important. These are like important details to maybe my favorite character in all of Star Wars, and you're right, they nailed it. And the fact that they're interchangeable with other astromech droids is really cool. So yeah, the way they did it, the execution of it was flawless.
Awesome, man.
Yep.
Great thoughts. And like I said, a little foreshadowing from earlier. I won't spend too much time because I've been yapping a little bit. Grogu, I've always viewed this as an accessory. However, it does have cool paint, really cool sculpting. Obviously, we have a couple different versions of Grogu now. We have some that has like a really nice furry detail here on the collar. It even has like more highlighted gray hairs, new head sculpts and such. We even have some that are flat-footed, and then some that have little ball jointed little Grogu feet, which is really cool and cute. But again, I love this accessory so much. It came with the Pram in the single release. It came with other versions released with Din and stuff like that. Came in a little single square red and black box. Awesome accessory. How you feel about this, man? I know you.
So well, when we get into my list, you'll know exactly how I feel about characters as accessories. I'm a huge fan of them. And Grogu's a great accessory, and just about and the nice thing about it is, more or less within reason, they kept Grogu's scale very consistent with all the Grogus in the line, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, for sure.
That's very important because they're interchangeable. You know, like you can take one Grogu from one set, put it with another Grogu, it fits. So yeah, great choice. Yep.
Thank you, man. And then next up, one of my other favorite accessories. This is the Incendiary Trooper from Mandalorian Season 1. And I love, again, y'all heard me yapping about blast effects earlier when I was talking about the Super Battle Droid. This flame effect, the gradient from the orange, yellowish to that red, absolutely love it. That's how I have one of mine posed up on my shelf. It's one of the coolest accessories, one of my favorite accessories. The translucency of the plastic, the glossiness, it gives off the effect very well, and I'm just a really big fan of it. And overall, it's a freaking stormtrooper with a flamethrower and like red. He's got a red paint job. You know, it's that pop on that white and red is just awesome. Hyper, how do you feel about my choice here, man, with the flame effect?
The only reason I didn't put this on my list of favorites because I knew you were going to put it on yours. I knew it. So I feel so strongly about this accessory. It's awesome. It's one of the coolest, most awesome looking stormtroopers. And even though he's from well past the original trilogy, I kind of feel like a Stormtrooper Legion is not quite complete without this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely, dude.
You gotta have one. And you're right. That flame is flawless. It's awesome.
Now, out of his and Boba Fett's flame,
because
Boba Fett's got a cool flame. The Return of the Jedi also has a very cool flame effect as well. It's not
this one's better, I think.
I'm kind of with you, man. It's got a little more width to it, and it kind of just like expands it. Like, I don't know. Boba Fett's is well done. Don't get me wrong. And his is more of like a sprayer. You know how his works. Like, whereas he's got a whole like a whole flamethrower. You know. So
plus just looking at it, it makes you taste Jolly Ranchers in your mouth, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it kind of does. Like it just, I'm like,
cherry. Oh yeah, exactly. Man, I really want Jolly Ranchers now, dude. I'm not even gonna lie.
That is Jolly
craving now. My mouth is tingling. Oh man. Real quick, Troy says SHF has the best Grogu, but it's pricey. And then earlier, Jacob was saying that Brutus is a 10 out of 10 figgy. Absolutely. Both the boys spitting facts right now.
Definitely. Yep.
So love that accessory. My next accessory was Malgus's breathing apparatus, his mask. I just love the paint. The sculpt is very well done. The fact that you can have different versions of Malgus before he got into the fight with Bastilla Shan and got really damaged and it affected his breathing and such.
Yep.
I love how intimidating and menacing it looks with the mask on and then the hood off, hood on. It looks awesome. And this figure, let alone, just demands shelf presence. It's one of the best soft goods hood we have in the line. And I just really like the mask. I think, like, again, the paint and sculpt, it's really awesome. You can remove it. It's easy to put back on. Just very, very well done accessory, man, in my opinion.
Agreed. I love this figure, and we will actually, Stone, we're going to revisit this figure. We're going to revisit this figure shortly.
Yeah, I kind of remember why, but I won't say anything yet. I'll let you really reveal why.
Right. But that mask is top shelf. Absolutely. Yep.
Awesome. And then of course we got a Malgus shell talking about peak. Of course you think that.
Yeah.
Of course you think that. You're getting the freaking Malgus hot toy, bro.
Right. Exactly.
Malgus shell. All love, Jacob. You know it, bro. And then I think this is one of my last, or we're getting near the end. I picked out 12. Hyper picked 12, so I picked 12. This is one of my favorite accessories going on with the Boba Fett accessories. Instead of picking the flame effect, though, I picked his jetpack. I love the Return of the Jedi color scheme. It's a little bit more, got a little bit more going on than the Empire Strikes Back. It's more of the olive drab look.
Mm-hmm.
I love the yellow and the red, blue accents on there. And then we got the flame effects that plug into the jetpack. I feel like that's, again, y'all have heard me yapping about blast accessories and such all night. Flame accessories. I want to carry that sentiment on throughout the rest of my list. I love when they do stuff like this because it just again, variability. It adds so much to your shelf and just your storytelling for photography, for dioramas, and just I just really love it, man. Throw it on a flight stand. It's just really, really great execution. Sorry to keep saying that word again, but I just want to see them keep doing this. Keep doing stuff like this. Like they threw it in with the Jet Trooper set. They have like the little flame effects that come out. I wish they would throw it in with more of the Mandalorians. I feel like every Mandalorian with a jetpack, throw them in. Go ahead, just toss them in. If it's got a jetpack and it's got the peg that allows it to be, just toss it in. Toss it in, bro. It's so much more incentive of people being like, shit, I'll grab that because that'll be kind of cool with the flame. Or I can use those with something like you just get you kind of get at them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
What you think, dude, about Boba's jetpack?
I will disagree with you. I do prefer the Empire Strikes Back olive drab green backpack.
Okay.
That very
yeah.
Having said that, there's nothing wrong with this jetpack, and that's just
sure.
what it's an awesome accessory. And yeah, absolutely. I mean, why all jetpack characters are not getting these two tiny little blast effects is beyond me. I mean. Yeah, especially when characters like Axe Woves and the Fleet Commander get one tiny little blaster. You need to tell me we can't throw those things in the box, right? Like it's the equivalent of the larger blaster that Death Watch comes with. So why not just put them in, right? Like
absolutely,
yeah. So
yeah, man.
But we know we know what
we know. Yeah,
we
know.
But yeah,
we still got to mention it. Yeah,
it's a shame that not all Mandos come with those. Yeah, it
is. And that's the end of my favorites. So with that being said, let me give Caveman Cody just a second here, we'll get Hyper's list pulled up here in just a moment.
Now my list is, I'm gonna say you did some deep dives, man. You did some real deep dives. I think I kind of went. I did as well, but I went for the low hanging fruit. You'll see what I mean in a second, right? Like so a little bit more.
Yeah. I liked your picks though, man. That's what I like about our taste. We have so much in common, but our taste is a lot different. And I like sometimes when we do these kind of things, our answers are around the same ballpark, and then sometimes they're on opposite sides of the spectrum, which makes it interesting,
So
I like that.
Yeah. So we'll kick it off here, and I'll explain what's going on. So
absolutely. So are we good?
Yes. Yeah. So okay. So
light them up, everybody.
Nothing I like better than when you get a named character as an accessory for the same price as, it's not a deluxe figure or anything, right? So here we go. Yeah. We've had this droid in the line, I think 3 or 4 times, right? We got it. But I mean, for Cal Kestis to get this, it's articulated at the knees, at the hips. It's got the ball jointed thing. Like it's just a great, fully painted, I might add. So, and it comes with, it comes in a number of different packs. So I just feel like this is a great accessory. It's a named droid that, you get the red one. There's a white one. There's another colored one. And I just love it. I just love that. It feels like you're getting something a little bit extra when you get a figure like this.
Yeah, so when you sent me this one, I was like, not quite what I was expecting to see you send me, but I thought it was interesting nonetheless.
Right.
really, but then when I thought about it and I started looking at it when I was uploading it, like saving everything, I was like, it is kind of like a simple little cool sculpt accessory that you can throw in to make it. And he's a cute little droid. He's really cool. And for anybody that played the Cal Kestis, Jedi Order, Fallen Order, Survivor games and stuff, he's a really cool companion. You kind of get attached to him throughout the game.
When you think
obviously it's not BD, but it's the same sculpt. But yeah.
But like you think of a Jedi character, you get, what are you going to get? You're going to get a lightsaber, right? What are you going to get? You might get a lightsaber, and you maybe rarely you get a blaster with the lightsaber, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. When a character comes with a character, that's fun. It makes it feel like a little more special,
You have a couple of that a little bit of foreshadowing for Hyper's list. You have a lot of them like that, man.
I tried, yeah.
So I'm gonna pull up this next one, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the bathroom Hyper.
Okay. So this one here, this came in the Halloween Chewbacca. Now that doesn't mean that this is the one that I like. This is a representation of all the little creatures. So many figures come with small creatures. So you got like what's her name from the Bad Batch? Omega, she came with one. Some characters come with a Porg. Some characters come with this particular creature. So this is a representation of all the small character creatures that come with other figures. I happen to like the Halloween figures quite a bit. And Bogling, that's what it's called. And this is like a vampire Bogling. So it's just kind of funny, and you could swap this out for a Porg that came with the Skeleton Trooper. They had like the little Dracula Porg, or there's other Porgs that have come as pack-ins. The holiday figures seem to love to pack in a small creature as a pack-in. So they've used all these creatures multiple times for pack-in creatures, like with Porgs and things like that. And this one here, the Bogling, could be a Porg. It could be anything else. But I in particular, I did like this one. So that would be my number 11 pick. Just small pack-in mammalian or bird type creatures.
I'm always down for more creatures in the Black Series. This is no exception. It doesn't always have to be some big or huge, crazy dream creature that's got to be a HasLab. I'm cool with getting little stuff like this, little pack-ins or accessories or figurines that don't have articulation. The sculpt is cool. It's got clean paint. I'm down for it.
So Stone, we were just talking about real quick how you were like, we were talking about like the holiday pack-in accessories are always an extra little creature. So, this is just a stand-in for any of the accessory pack-in creatures, the Porgs, the Boglings, whatever. But
yeah,
it's just fun to get a little creature with a figure, So
absolutely, dude.
Yep. All right, what do we got next?
Keep it moving.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So this is particularly focusing on that sort of motion effect blade that Dooku came with, and we didn't see for years afterwards until now. It started showing up in other packs and things. But I just thought this blade was such a great way to show motion. There is slight paint on it. It's not just a sculpt. There's some slight paint work to it to give it that sort of blade in motion, and I loved it. And I wish that more characters came with it. I don't know why they gave it only to Dooku. I'm glad to have gotten it, though, and I thought it was definitely worth best accessory territory.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah. What do you think about it? Did you like these swoosh effects?
I think you're kind of cooking, man. I think you kind of got a point about. I feel like kind of feel the same way. And obviously, at this point, when you start asking for more accessories, that's really when you're going to amp up the price. If we want force hands and swoosh blade effects, soft good robes, so that's definitely where there's going to be a price increase.
Yep. I agree. But we got this one at base retail. So, it does prove that at one time, anyways, we could get a little bit more for our money. We also got a cloth cape, so and a regular blade. So, I always wonder what their rationale is for doing something like this. But I mean, this is such an outstanding figure. I think also the release from Revenge of the Sith this summer, didn't they also get this extra blade as well?
They did, and I believe even Ayla Sakura got a blue swoosh effect blade.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, which honestly they do a lot better than even Hot Toys. Like Hot Toys blades, even their swoosh effect blades, they don't really look that good. This has a really nice gradient where it's a concentrated red and then it fades to like a transparent clear.
Yep,
really well done. I think swoosh of black fades should, like you said, they should come with every light. Everybody who's gonna have a lightsaber and a blade with it should come with a swoosh effect.
Yeah,
man.
Awesome. All right, what we got next?
Next up, let's see what you picked. Ooh, this is a good pick, dude.
Oh yeah, man. So
how about this?
General Veers is another one of my all-time favorites characters, and the fact that he came with his AT-AT armor, helmet, gun, holster, and the way that it's seamlessly, so that's a whole separate piece. If you don't have this figure, first of all, he comes with his green Kepi cap in the package. It's removable. He's got the General Veers head sculpt and then a different helmet. So you get two different headgear. This is the AT-AT helmet, and then the entire armor, front and back, with the belt holster combo. That's not sculpted on. That's a separate piece, and it just fits so beautifully over the tunic of the Imperial uniform, and it just is. So the helmet and the armor and the holster come separately to the side, and then it's up to you whether you want to put them in the Star Destroyer outfit or the AT-AT Commander outfit. And just something about this armor, I still think even in 2025 they'd have a hard time making removable armor as good looking as this. What do you think, Stoned?
When you sent me this, I was like, damn, this is a great pick.
Oh, it's so good, right?
When you sent me this, I was like, damn, I need to start looking at some of mine. That's when I got my heat from. This is absolutely, it's got great paint. The way that it operates, like as in when I say operates, I mean the way it goes on and off the figure. You can have regular standing officer Imperial Veers, or you can have on the AT-AT combat first line on the field Veers, you know?
Yeah.
The helmet is great. The goggles. He looks awesome, dude. And even on that older buck, you know, you have those kind of somewhat shorter hinges, no butterfly joints, just single hinge ball joints. And, you know, you have the pin double jointed knees. But overall, man, I really just do feel like you're not going to have your Imperial officers doing splits. Well, maybe some of you are. I don't know you. Maybe you'll have your Imperial officer doing ballet. Maybe you're trying to do a scene, but you know, most people are not going to be doing any kind of crazy stuff with their Imperial officer. So I feel like for what this buck can do and what it supplies, not saying it couldn't be better, and I wouldn't take an updated one, but I feel like it holds up okay for the most part.
Troy, great figure indeed, Troy. And it's funny because I actually bought both of my General Veers figures in Troy's town, Fall River. So, but it was a Walgreen exclusive, and just the way the armor hangs is just so beautiful. That it's tight, it looks beautiful. Heck, that armor from 2017 looks better than the Bakara helmet from 2025. So, dude, what are you gonna do, right?
Dude, you are. I think I agree with you on that.
You know,
I think that's a really good take, man. That could be a hot take for some people, man. But I gotta say, I agree with you. That's very well said.
I mean, look. First of all, General Veers is the epitome of everything I love about Star Wars. General Veers, like,
yeah,
you know, it's a great figure, great accessories. Go get it and add it to your collection if you don't have it. It's worth the money.
Yeah. See, and clearly I don't know people because Troy says he puts all his figs in yoga. So what do I know? What do I know? That's what I'm saying.
Well, that whole scene with General Veers is doing the downward dog as they're attacking.
Dude. Right? Yeah, you gotta reenact that scene, dude. Come on, dude.
Right?
And then the deleted scene.
The deleted scenes, right?
Let's not talk about that. Yeah, you know.
Right.
So that was absolutely great pick, man. Very, very. This is the one that when you sent me, I was like, damn, I got to start working on my shit. I was like, let's go. That's a good pick. And I'm assuming when you sent me this one, I'm assuming the gaffy stick is what or the cycler rifle. You can cheat if you want to.
This one is particularly the gaffy stick with the removable options for the headstock.
Yeah.
That is so great. So what a great way to get three different accessories in one. It had three different headstock options,
Yeah,
and
man.
it just was just a beautifully engineered piece. We don't have to spend too much time on this, but the fact that they gave us
Good, man.
all those different gaffy sticks with a classic OT character, just a beautifully engineered piece, and I really wanted to make sure that I put that one on the list because I was always enamored with not only that, but the paint on the different heads are different. One of them is a rusted one of them is a slightly more metallized one. Like, they took their time and made it very accurate to the movie. Just beautifully done.
Yeah, it's one of my. Again, it's kind of like the Imperial Officer, even more so. It's a little bit older, I believe. It is a dated figure. It's got pinned elbows and knees, but man, that articulation, you can get all kind of cool poses, even with the baggy soft goods. I have 4 of these guys in my collection, and I have 2 with 2 different gaffy stick headstocks, and then 2 with the cycler rifles. I just, if you're gonna, in my opinion, every collector, if you're gonna, you have to have at least one, and if you get one, you might as well get 4 or 5. Let's be real. You need at least 4 or 5 Tuscans. Come on, man.
So do
Come
you
on.
agree that the gaffy stick of that figure, even though it's older, is just an incredible accessory?
It is, man, because like you were saying, you have 4 different, or is it 3 different headstock versions that you can use with that one accessory. You know, that is incentive to buy multiple right there.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yep.
and even Lazy Jawa, he says he's got 4 Tuscans too. They're such good figures.
Oh,
Fuck yeah,
such
man.
great figures. Yeah. So
Absolutely, Jawa. Good pick, man. You had some solid picks too, man.
all right, what else we got? Oh, well,
okay.
the Hoth Trooper backpack. Need I say
Okay.
more? Everybody who know, if you know, you know, right? Like, the Hoth Trooper is way high on every serious Black Series collector's list. Everybody knows what this thing is. The multiple face plates that actually store in the backpack is bananas, right? Like,
yes, man.
it is so great. So if you don't know, the backpack is removable. There's a compartment on the back of it that opens up, and you can store the alternate faceplate to the Hoth Rebel Soldier. He's got faceplates that swap out for different looks. And it is probably the most ingenious accessory I've ever seen. The backpack looks great. It's sculpted great and all of that. But the hidden feature with the little access panel that holds the extra face was, at the time, Stone, wouldn't you agree? That was revolutionary in the Star Wars Black Series line, I think, for sure.
Absolutely, man. And just bouncing off, like you already mentioned, the faceplates and stuff, the backpack, intricate sculpt, awesome paint detail, and then the utilization of the faceplates, man. We've even seen McFarlane start to go that route with the recent Superman line. You know, Mr. Terrific has faceplates. Superman, the deluxe theatrical edition with Crypto, he's got faceplates.
Yep.
I feel like it's a great way to avoid having to make whole separate head sculpts for different looks. Whereas you can keep one main head sculpt with it, unless you're going to do a different hair piece or something like that. But and then you to do the expressions to save from making a whole head sculpt, you can make a freaking damn an eighth of the plastic to make a separate faceplate to put on and off. I feel like it's a great way. Again, I feel like it's been another repeated word tonight. Variability. It's another great way to incentivize people to buy multiple, whether even it's a true builder or terrific or whatever. It's a great way to just, again, incentivize to get multiple. You can have different looks, different characters. With that Hoth, you get the bandana, the goggles, the faceplates. There's like over 12 different variations that you can put this trooper in to make it like you have multiple different people, and it's not just the same stationary, look,
And the storage of the backpack. So you have a figure that is able to hold all of the accessories it comes with, including the spare faceplate, which was ingenious. And so, and then they did a total 180 with the Endor Trooper, and we were all sort of anticipating that figure having those same features. It had a backpack, it had almost the same exact type of helmet, and then they don't do it. And it was such a disappointment to so many collectors that the technology and the innovation that went into the Hoth Rebel Soldier from 3 or 4 years before didn't make its way. It didn't matriculate over into the Endor Trooper. So for the backpack of the Rebel Soldier, the Hoth Rebel Soldier is one of the elite accessories with a function, I think, in the entire line. So I had to add it. So, yep.
My apologies, Mrs. Stoned. Just made us keto friendly homemade pizza. Oh my God.
Oh man.
Excuse me. Pardon me. I'm so sorry.
Quite all right.
I was listening to. I was standing right here in my room. I heard everything you said.
So yeah. So just a noteworthy accessory for sure.
Absolutely, man. It's absolutely, dude. You made my list seem like it was gonna be so much better than yours. You have very good contender picks too, man.
Well, I think that was the fun thing about it. You and I just looked at things. Oh, and then I mean, come on, right? I mean, so this might be one of the greatest. How do you not say that this isn't an awesome accessory? So Rey, the Force Awakens Rey, number 2 in the red box line, came with, of all things, the BB-8 accessory, which might be, this is a solid droid that still holds up in the line to this day. The paint was incredible on it, the weathering, the detail, the sculpt, the articulation of the head. Like, this is an accessory that's a full-blown scaled figure, right? Like, it's hard to believe that they packed in BB-8, probably the most popular character in all of the sequel trilogy, as a pack-in accessory. And so to me, this is I think number 2 or number 1 on my list for just simply, it blew me away that this was an accessory. What do you think about it, Stoned?
It's so my feelings for the sequels have definitely changed over the years, especially since meeting you and obviously my mom. Really, Rey and BB-8 are like her favorite. She loves, obviously, she raised me on prequel trilogy and original trilogy, of course, but like she likes the sequels, always has.
Yeah.
And I know that this was a lot of people's newer generation's introduction to Star Wars, and I'm happy about that. That means more fans, bigger fandom. That's awesome. That makes me happy. So where I can put on Force Awakens and really enjoy it as a good film. BB-8 is a really cool character. He's this day and age's R2-D2. He really is, man, and he owns up to it. He's very cute. The design is freaking awesome. Like, weird, ergonomic, even more modernized droid than we've even seen in the prequels or the original trilogy. It's very different design, but like you said, it's a fan favorite now, and he's arguably one of the top favorite characters out of Poe, Finn. He's up there with Rey herself,
I would say that he might even be a top character among all Star Wars media in this day and age. Like, BB-8 was not the problem, but the fact that a figure like Rey came with an accessory like BB-8 indicates to me that Hasbro does indeed have the budget to give us more for our money if they want to, and so this is a fully articulated, scaled 6-inch figure that came as an accessory to the main character. And as far as accessories go, that would be like saying I bought Han Solo and I got a Chewbacca accessory, So, that's pretty good value. I think value-wise, this is as the cream of the crop, right?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome pick.
Okay.
Ooh, Babu Frick.
Oh, Babu Frick. And another one. So I think Babu Frick was obviously a huge hit in the Rise of Skywalker, which was really just low point after low point. But Babu Frick carried over, and then he became a huge hit in The Mandalorian, and he really took off. And this, we've actually gotten several Babu Frick characters in the line. We had the Hanukkah Babu Frick from the Jewish themed Mandalorian, who's got a blue and a little gold Star of David on him. He's awesome. And then we get the 2 Babu Fricks from the IG-88, the IG-12 droid. Then this one actually came from Stone. Do you have the picture of C-3PO with Babu Frick? That was a really cool you don't have it, that's fine.
Maybe I don't. Maybe yeah.
No sweat. So this actually came with a C-3PO exclusive when C-3PO had Chewie's bandolier and his bowcaster. And we also got Babu Frick. So we got quite a bit with that C-3PO. And this is a he's got waist articulation, arm articulation, and head articulation. So, I mean, he's an articulated character, the size of a nickel, but he's still an articulated character, named articulated character. So
it's an alien, you know?
He's an alien, yeah. And I'm like, that's a hell of an accessory right there, you know? So I had to put him. What do you think on him, man?
So again, not huge on the sequel trilogy, but these guys were seen. I forget what are the species called. I used to know.
Anzellans.
Anzellans, yes. The Anzellans are in Mandalorian, and then like the affection kind of started. I was like, oh, okay, they're kind of cool. They're funny, you know. I felt like they fit the Star Wars vibe well. This is oh, thanks, baby. But I had a cup you could use. But it's a really cool. Thank you, baby. Your boy. Mr. Stone keeping your boy healthy, and got the coffee cup, Millennium Falcon, baby.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, I think, dude. Anytime, again, it's kind of like the same thing with the little creature earlier that's in the Survivor games. You know, the Boggling or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Anytime we can get extra little aliens or creatures like that, even if it's little figurines and they're not super highly articulated, I'm always down for stuff like this. This just adds to the world building, to fleshing out certain scenes and. Just getting character representation, which is what we all want, man. Like, you know, in the 3 3/4 days, man, we had concept art of Qui-Gon Jinn. You got 7 different looks of Palpatine and Padme. You know, that's how it was. Like, we want that to get to the black. We want the Black Series to get to that point too. Whether or not they get quite to that stature, maybe not, of course, but like even still, stuff like this, totally down, man. This is a great pick.
Yeah. All right, now. So okay, so General Rampart from Bad Batch, General Rampart, the bad guy, comes with an articulated mouse droid. Articulated meaning the wheels all move; they're independent little wheels. And so mouse droids were all the way back from A New Hope. Everybody, when I was a kid, the mouse droids, like they had like notebooks with pictures of mouse droids on them. Like everybody loved them.
That's awesome.
When Chewie scared the mouse droid away in the Death Star, you know, and we finally get one, and it's a hell of an accessory. Like this is what we want when we say accessories. Like this is kind of the epitome of an accessory, right? Like it's a droid, it's a named thing, it's all over Star Wars, it's recognizable. It doesn't deserve its own release because it's too small. So it just fits all the criteria. And I think you could army build these, like, you know, I mean, who wouldn't want 10 or 12 mouse droids all over the place? So I thought it was just a really interesting and worthy pick for best accessories. What do you think?
I think it's one of the most perfect accessories that could ever be. It's original trilogy, like you said. It dates all the way back to 77, A New Hope. I'm always down for stuff like this. The fact that it came with Rampart is kind of wild. You'd think it'd come with like Veers or Piet or something like that. But either way, I'm not complaining how we got it. I'm just glad that we got it. So this is an absolutely stellar pick, man. I love mine so freaking much. And for anybody that's wondering, you can actually get that Rampart. I've seen them go as low on Walmart for $5 or $10.
Oh, easy, yeah.
And you know, if you're into customizing, that's like really great fodder to kind of experiment with head sculpts. You get a mouse droid, very, very cool.
Yeah, and the paint is great on it too. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, look at all that weather, like dry brushing. Absolutely,
it looks really, really good. Yeah.
Like Hypersys actually rolls too, so that's cool.
Yep.
All right.
Oh yeah. So now this came in a deluxe set, but this deluxe set also had a Grogu in it. So, and I can't remember what these things are called, but this was that really cool ice spider from Mandalorian.
Yeah,
let's call it the ice spider.
There you go, ice spider, perfect.
Yeah, and it's just a great accessory. So all of the legs are articulated at least in one spot.
Oh, cool! So I didn't know that.
You can get some funky poses with it, man. It's creepy. And I don't know if anybody has ever held a tarantula in their hand. I did once. It's got that real creepy vibe to it, like. And you can't help but almost not want to touch it, You know, like it kind of just looks like you don't want to touch it. It really, this picture doesn't do it justice. There's a really interesting shine or some sort of coating to it. It's got almost like an oily shine to it. Very, very cool accessory. It's quite large too. It's easily half the size of the Mandalorian. So I mean, you're getting you're getting a nice size spider with it. So again, that's like it's a beast or a creature articulated at that coming with it. So
yeah,
what do you think about this one, man? Yeah,
I think it's a good pick. It's one that I didn't even think about. You're really hitting it with like the little creatures and animals. I wasn't even thinking about these.
Yeah.
I had no idea that the legs were slightly articulated. I see the cuts on it now, but I never paid that much attention to it. I've seen that set before. I forget what the planet's called when they land on the Razor Crest crash lands on the ice planet with the frog lady and stuff.
Yep.
And Grogu's popping the little eggs and shit, eating them.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, this is a great pick. I think that's awesome. I don't personally own this, but again, like this is for something like this. If you wanted to add variation, this would be great for repaints. If you wanted to add your own design, it's already primed white for you, or you can, do photography, do a cool ice scene. If you live in somewhere where it's snow, this is awesome. Very, very cool.
Yep.
Yeah, great pick, dude. You're nailing these. Very interesting. It's cool to see our differences, but like it's just interesting to me. This is also an absolutely stellar accessory.
Now, this is my number one. This is my number one pick for greatest accessory, and it's the droid that needs no introduction, right? The interrogation droid. This came with Grand Moff Tarkin. And again, it's so much more than an accessory. It's its own character with its own scene. And we got it as an accessory, as a throw into Tarkin. The paint on it is absolutely incredible. There's like 3 different colors of paint. It's full sized. It's not small. It's not underscaled. If anything, it's overscaled. There's an actual appendage on it, a couple of appendages on it, and it comes with a stand that it just hits on every level. And it's from, of course, the Leia interrogation scene. And I don't think Star Wars would be quite the same without it. And we got it as a throw-in, as an afterthought. So it was really, I think more people buy Tarkins at Ollie's for this than they do for Tarkin himself. You know? What do you think, man?
I will never forget watching 77 as a kid and seeing Vader come in there and the interrogation droid rolling in with that long ass needle coming at her. I will never forget that as a kid. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is a really well sculpted accessory. And the paint, it's covered with some very good clean paint apps, like a lot of nice white and silver and red. Yeah, like Piper said, the appendages coming off of it. It's very, very cool and very well done. And also you can see here, I should probably zoom out. It comes with the clear acrylic stand. Obviously, some people get turned off by the stands because it ruins the illusion. But I think it's a nice introduction to try to add to the effect of it. They could probably go with a little bit of a clearer plastic for sure, especially the older it is. It's a little bit more of an opaqueness. But once it gets up to about right here, it's actually pretty clear. It's not too bad. But really good tools, man.
You own this, right?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Great one. So.
You got to have Tarkin in your collection, man. Everybody.
So really, from my collection. Oh yes, right. And this is another top accessory right here. So Chopper, and Chopper, we see Chopper flying around all over the place. So this is a 2-part stand. So the flame effect at the bottom is part 1, and then there's a hole at the top of it. And then there's actually a piece that goes into Chopper where Chopper's leg would normally be. There's actually the second part of the flame effect that goes in, and then that actually can articulate around. So that flame effect coming out of Chopper can rotate around, so you can actually get 360 degrees of different poses in it. It's very stable. And I just love the fact that, R2-D2 had those flame effects that you talked about on your list, Stoned. And this, I think, is even. I know that Chopper flies around differently, but what a cool way to display Chopper. Like once you have this, you kind of don't ever want to display him any other way, in my opinion. You know?
Hell yeah, dude. It's a really cool effect. And then the way it like has that whiteness down, again, to use the word gradient, it just gives off the like smoky to fire effect really cool. And it's a
Yeah.
great way to display them. Absolutely, man.
Yeah. It was fun.
Good choice, man. All right, that was
That's it.
your favorite. So
Yeah.
real quick, I'm gonna pull up my worst real quick, and we'll try to run through this quick. Hyper, do you need to dip, man? Or can you
So
stay?
let's go through yours, and then what I
Okay.
want you to on my list of ones, I'll show you we'll just talk about the most egregious one on my list, and then we'll do it that way.
Okay. Do you want to just since we both don't have a lot, do you want to skip Treat Your Shelf tonight?
We can skip Treat Your Shelf. We did the Batman stuff and everything else. So,
Yeah. All right, cool, man. Awesome. So we'll wrap up some of my worst accessories. Hyper will mention some of his, and we'll wrap up the show. Like I said, we're gonna be a little bit short of our stream tonight, but thank you all so much for hanging out with us. It's been a great time. So with that being said, let me pull up some of my least favorite accessories in the line. Give Caveman Cody just a second here.
GXB's giving us shit. He's going quick. Yeah, right. You know, like
GXB, shut up, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh, there it is.
There
it is.
So this is one of my favorite weapons in all of Star Wars. This is Chewbacca's bowcaster. However, I feel like the new release specifically has been it's very gummy feeling. Putting the cross member piece into the actual rifle itself, it just has like a little notch and it just slides in. I feel like they could have done a little bit better than that, in my opinion. And then this barrel piece right here is very gummy. Trying to put this in Chewbacca's hand, I have warped this specific part of the barrel on my on my crossbow. It's not bad. Like if you notice it, look at it from the shelf, you're not going to notice it. But like in my mind, I know it's there because I did it. And like I was putting it in his hand, and I noticed I was like, "Oh shit!" I'm fucking squeezing the fuck out of the top of the barrel, and then realized it was like damn near touching. Now it's like rubbing the other barrel, and it like kind of has a dip down to it. Again, no big deal. But I feel like they could have made that out of a. If they're going to take this separate piece and put this gap all the way starting from right here all the way down, they need to make this a much stiffer plastic because obviously you're going to be putting this in Chewie's hands. So where else are you going to push it down into his C-gripped hands? You can't pull it from the bottom. You have to push it down into his fingers, you know? So where else are you going to – you can't push on the scope because then it'll warp the scope. You can't push on the end or the cross members because then this is going to slide out. You have no choice other than to like – or if you want to slide it into his – sorry to get all extra. This is just something that new Chewbacca I love so much. Hyper's got his own opinions on it, but I really feel like they kind of slacked on that. And it's so minor. It's not even a big deal, but they should have made – it should have been a better plastic, a stiffer plastic in my opinion.
So I took out both of my Chewbaccas. I own like, I don't know, like 7 Chewbaccas, different ones. And I did a comparison yesterday when I was going over my list. And I'm like, you know, the Chewbacca bowcaster from 12 years ago to the one that just came out, you'd think in 12 years they would have improved it more than they did. Does that make sense? Like,
no, absolutely, dude. Yes.
So, you know, why in 12 years of all of this technology, all of this improvement, we still can't get this right? Like, it's kind of like if you took parts of the older one and put it with parts of the newer one, you might have a decent one, but they still haven't made a good one from top to bottom.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely, man. Real quick, I just want to say shout out to Eric Galactic Artisan Customs. Check him out on Instagram.
Oh, hey, what's up, JC?
Starting to see more stuff, new stuff on the shelves. And I actually mentioned that to my wife some when we go figure shop, and I'm like, man, it feels so good to see the shelves packed. Now, granted, I know every store has their peg warmers and stuff. They're supposed to be there to a sense. But at the same time, it is always such a good sight to actually see newer waves and newer figures on the shelves at Target and Walmart. Like, it feels good. It feels so good now that like distribution is somewhat normal now again. I just wanted to point that out. I seen Galactic say that, and I was like, you know what? I just mentioned that to my Mrs. Stone not too long ago. So absolutely spitting, Eric. Absolutely, man.
Yep.
So, that was my one of my picks. The next one is
that god awful.
the Mandalorian Fleet Commander. Fleet Commander?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Fleet. Okay. My qualm with this, I do not own this figure, but I've watched reviews. I do not like they way oversized this helmet. When you put it on his head, it just wobbles around. It doesn't stay like most of the other Mandalorian helmets that are removable. This is one of the oversized ones, and it's similar to another one that I'm going to be talking about later on my list. But the figure is cool. I like it. It's literally a black dude Mandalorian. Like that's as variety as I need. Like shit. I'm cool with that. So I would like to get this figure, but that helmet right there, as soon as I see this guy go on a good clearance price, I'm probably going to snag him and do this exact pose with it because he looks cool with just holding his helmet, but putting it on that thing. And obviously, when you put it on the shelf and put the helmet on, you're not going to see it wobbling around, but just the fact that they oversized it like that, if there was a shelf dive, you're talking about that helmet getting, lost or you're going to find it eventually, but I just feel like it's not the worst accessory in the line, but I feel like it's one that they kind of slacked and could have done better on it. And they've done it right before. Why did they slack on this one? That's my qualm with this one. What do you think about? I have a feeling you really like this figure, Hyper. Do you own this one?
So I do, but here's my problem with it. So
okay.
I don't think it's a problem with the helmet as much as I do it's the Pinhead Larry head that he has there. Like, remember the episode in SpongeBob when Sandy's like hibernating and she's like, "What are you doing in here, Pinhead Larry?" Like,
I'm Dirty Dan.
I'm Dirty Dan.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah,
like,
classic.
And so this figure, you can't really see it in this picture, but it's you actually kind of can a little bit. Like he's got that Pinhead Larry tiny little head thing, at least to me. And so like when you put the helmet on it, the helmet kind of looks the right size, but it's wobbly around. So I don't know what the problem is. The proportions. I love a good Mandalorian figure. This fits the bill. But you're right, man. This was a good pick because there's something not right either between the helmet or the head. And you're right. It just there's something doesn't equate. They got all the other Mandalorians just right, but not this one. This one is wrong somehow. Yeah.
I mean, and I will say, like, even Bo-Katan's helmet, it's not the best. Like, it's not very super accurate in scope, but like, it's we all feel how we feel about removable helmets,
Right.
But yeah, that was one pick. And then this one actually surprised Hyper. Now, this is a great accessory. However, this is the original archive release version, and this one is way too short. By the time you put this in Palpatine's hand, you have to crouch him down, which kind of looks cool because he is kind of crouched down in Return of the Jedi, so it makes sense. But I feel like it's too short, and you have to like really kind of like spread out his knees, bend him a little bit, and like crouch him down to really make you have to make the cane touch the ground and look okay. Whereas with the new release from the Masters of Evil 2-pack that he comes with the throne and the 3 other alternate faceplates, the lightning hands, which I was able to get, like I said, a re-release, repackage and everything. The sculpt of the cane, it was actually longer, slightly longer than the archive. I compared them in my review for it. And it's crazy. It's very minor, but the one that comes in reference, this is the archive one. Too short, just looks weird in my opinion. It can be used well, and again, not the worst accessory, but again, it's just one that I feel like they kind of. It's a simple one. It's so simple. How did y'all drop the ball on this? It's literally his cane. It's a single piece of plastic, and y'all made it that short. I just feel like, oh, that's just my opinion. Hyper, I know you were kind of thinking I was crazy for. Oh, real quick, we have Wilbon in the house, and what's up, man?
What's up, Wilbon? How you doing, man?
Appreciate you for still coming by, dude. Appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing well, dude. I know you were kind of when I sent you this, you were like, dude, you really feel that? You don't like the Palpatine's cane? I kind of had to defend myself a little bit. So what you think I'm waffling here, or what do you think, man? You kind of get my pride a little bit.
It's a good point. If it's not long enough, absolutely. But it's kind of funny how Hasbro giveth and taketh away in the same set, right? Like, dude. On one hand, you get the lightning hands, and you're like, that's the greatest accessory, and you're not wrong. And then you get the cane, and you're like, that's the worst accessory. Like, it's just kind of funny how whatever was going on at the factory that day or whatever, it's like you hit a homer and then you hit into a triple play all in the same game, and it's like, wow, man. So yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. I had never noticed it before, but that's a good point.
The fact that they adjusted it on the size of the Masters of Evil set, the fact that they made, and it's literally like this much longer. It's not much at all, but that's literally, that's the difference. The fact that they went back and fixed that is kind of, it's interesting. It's just for his cane, it's not even that. It's just wild.
Right.
But again, keeping on with the removable helmets, another one that's, again, I know by the time you pose it, or you can pose them like this, holding their helmet to the side, which looks badass. But by the time you put this helmet on, I've watched so many reviews where it's just it's like a bobblehead. It's like a 1/12 scale Black Series bobblehead. The way that the helmet shakes around on the head, it's just too big. And then by the time you put it on her, Sabine is a little petite, like girl, like woman. Like by the time you put the helmet on her, it just looks too big in my opinion. And I'm not a super big hater of removable helmets, but I do feel like I'd rather have alt heads for a helmeted and then an alt head for unhelmeted. I feel like that would be better proportion wise. But this is up there with the Fleet Commander. I feel like it's oversized in the way that it bobbles. Again, put it on the shelf. You're not going to see it or like that, but it's still feel like the need to say it is there. It should have. And again, they've done other helmets and it was fine. I just don't understand why it's a bobblehead. But what do you do you own the Sabine figure?
I hate that character. I hate all the looks. I can't stand this character.
Holy
shit. Stand it. This character sucks, in my opinion. There's just nothing I like about Sabine. They should always do a head and then an alternate helmet, not removable, swap out, right? So because even if they did that, you could still hold the helmet, right? And
for sure, dude. Yeah.
And do that. No, I have never found anything about Sabine appealing. I don't like her armor. I don't like her vibe. I think spray can thing is so contrived. Like it doesn't work for me in the context of Star Wars. And so there's nothing redeemable about this figure at all, in my opinion. The removable helmet is the most egregious offense on a list of offenses. So there we go.
Well, thank you for your input that you feel so strongly about Sabine there, man.
I really can't stand her. I can't stand that figure. Character.
So my next pick was, this is also, it could have been, this is an iconic, I could have thrown this in for some of my favorite accessories. You cannot not have a lightsaber in Star Wars, let alone the Black Series. The lightsaber is the ultimate accessories of all. It's up there with the blaster itself. You have to, this is an essential accessory. And they do it with TVC. They've even done it with Yoda's lightsaber in the Black Series. I would like to see them get rid of this little peg system so you prevent these breaks. And instead, we've all talked about it, sculpt the entire lightsaber from the blade to the hilt. Do it in a transparent color of whatever color blade it's going to be, and then paint the hilt on with the paint. And then do a separate hilt.
Yep.
Unlit. I feel like that would be that's the way to go. This would eliminate this whole. Now, granted, it would take away from some of the Etsy sellers who do replaceable blades, and they're still a part for that. Those older figures are still out there, but I feel like just bad execution. Like it's a cool idea being able to plug it in. Oh, it's lit. Take it out. It's unlit. You can put it on their holster or their belt hook, but it's just the peg thing needs to be. It's one of those things like ball jointed wrist and butterfly joint. It's one of those things that it needs to evolve, and they need to phase the old ways out. Still a place for it, but it's just time. I feel like and even so, I feel like some of the newer lightsabers, they've kind of gone with a little bit of a thicker peg that actually plugs into the hilt. I feel like that.
Right.
If they still want to go this route, I feel like just making that peg that plugs into the hilt, make it a thicker, sturdier peg, so it's not as likely to break or make that specific part of the blade a stiffer plastic. Something, I don't know. There's guys there that work at Hasbro that are smarter than me to figure that out. That's why I don't have the fucking job. But like, just this is all just our ideas and brainstorming, because we love action figures and we love the line, and we want to continue to see it improve and get better, and more people get into it and buy more of it. And because all that's going to do is going to give Hasbro more money to give us new sculpts, more better paint apps, all that stuff, man, all that stuff.
Now wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. Now please don't tell me. Please don't tell me that's from the brand new Obi-Wan Anakin 2-pack.
Oh, dude, you know wouldn't that be crazy, dude?
Oh man, because
I have a major quarrel with that too. Other than this, and other than no thigh swivel, and this one thing I'm about to mention, that set is absolutely perfect. Besides no thigh swivel, and then Obi-Wan Kenobi's blade or his hilt, for some reason, it's black. It looks like his show. It looks like his saber in Kenobi. It does not look like his saber paint job that he's got in Revenge of the Sith. And I feel like y'all literally had the max perfection, and then y'all gave him the wrong fucking hilt. Right. Again, it's so minute, but like to that standard of something that should have been executed perfectly and damn near was flawless. And then it's those little two things that I have, but again, very, very small.
Well, I agree. I mean, the lightsaber hilt thing, and back in the episode 1 Kenner Hasbro days when episode 1 was hitting the movie theaters, they had Naboo Obi-Wan, Naboo Qui-Gon. They had figures that came with lit and unlit lightsabers. One even had a peg that plugged on its belt. Like, this has been going on for a long time, and they weren't removable blades. There were 2 separate lightsabers.
Yes.
And so you cannot convince me that 2 micro pellets of plastic are gonna somehow completely overthrow the budget,
change the price. Yeah, right.
Like, come on, enough already. Like, other companies factor that in. It's kind of like when you buy Planters peanuts, right? There aren't exactly 2037 Planters peanuts in every single bottle, right? Like, know, like there might be 100 more or less depending on. So just do it, Hasbro. Just do it. You know what I mean?
Like, throw it in. You got it. Throw it in.
Right. You'll get me on the next one.
And real quick, RebelScum, I'm talking about the lightsabers. Is get rid of the damn gummy sabers that turn into limp dicks on your shelf. That's Maul's, the way it bends and shit. Yeah.
Right.
And then Wilbon says, don't forget those paint apps on Anakin's belt. That's another good point. They did miss a couple paint apps on Anakin. That's right. I didn't even think about that, Wilbon. Again, those are very minute things, but for something that's so grand and like was so hype and so damn like it is damn near perfect, flawless. Just those few qualms and things, But other than that, no, but still an awesome, absolutely groundbreaking set for the Black Series. My next pick was, again, this is very minute because the blade, honestly, it's a very good reddish orange color. This blade is just goofishly too long. Now, Balin in Ahsoka, he fought with a very like old knight, long sword style, very long sweeping heavy blows. Like it fits his style to have a longer blade.
Yeah.
But when you see this in person, when you see the figure, like, because this is actually a really good angle. It actually doesn't look as bad because the way that they have the figure tilted towards us and he's kind of angled the saber, When you see it in person, this thing is like goofishly long. It's damn near as long as Malgus's blade, which is the longest blade in the line so far. But for Malgus, who is 7 inches tall in a 1/12 scale line, that means he's 7 foot tall. That is like, his blade is perfect in proportion to him. But Balin is a more average size character. He's a more 6 inch, 6 foot size character. And with that blade, it just looks, it's not the most terrible. Again, these are not the worst accessories, just some of my least favorite. I should have worded the headline of the stream, but I guess it's clickbait, whatever they call it. But again, not terrible accessories, but just ones that fall slightly short, I feel like.
Yeah, so I don't particularly like to talk about dude's length on the internet, but whatever, it's all good, man. So
yeah.
But I mean, look, Balin's gonna tell you it's not too long. Right, but
no, yeah, hey, the girls ain't going to complain. Right, they're not complaining,
right? Like, I mean, but so
yeah.
Hey, look, man, I think, yeah, I there's so much wrong. So I really like Balin, as a character, but this particular figure, as we've all known, there's many issues with this figure. Like, it's too short. It didn't come with the cloak Like it's
People say the face is a little puffy.
face is a little puffy. Like this whole figure needs to be reworked by Hasbro and offered in the appropriate size and everything else. So, while I don't disagree with you, I feel like this just is, like you say, sort of like the cherry on top of the sundae with this figure as far as issues,
He is a good looking figure though, and I really like the green cloak that he comes with. Like it is, when I got him for $10 off Walmart, and when I opened him up, I was like, damn, this is actually a really cool figure. Obviously, like I said, the blade is a little goose, yada yada. I've already said my piece on that. But like other than that, it actually really is a good looking and like fun figure to pose and play with. I actually really enjoy. I was like, damn, this is actually, I kind of like this. Fun figure. Got a medieval kind of armor look to him.
Oh yeah, I dig the whole thing. Yeah. And I know you can add, you can fix the length on it with the Reva legs and all of that. But
yeah, for sure. Yeah, but you shouldn't have to buy another action figure just to fix the one that it's a cool fix if you're down for it and you're cool with like swapping pieces and you're familiar with that. But the average collector doesn't want to do that, I'm
just trying to imagine like Hasbro's, like imagine a commercial for the Balin figure. Like, Reva sold separately to create the proper height.
Like just height on Balin by Reva.
Like,
yeah,
just buy a Reva at Ollie's and you'll have a great Balin figure.
Yeah, at least they be upfront about it. That's That's better marketing than how you do it now.
Exactly. That's what.
Jesus, man.
Like, send me the proof of purchase and we'll send you a Reva figure to fix this thing.
Yeah. So it's actually funny that Wilbon is in chat, but because I actually bought this set off of him at ICC for an extremely low price. So shout out for that. But I will say, as much as I wanted that Star Killer, he's one of my favorite characters. I played the Force Unleashed games with my brother. The 3-pack was cool. Felt it was a little overpriced. You could argue back and forth. However, the accessory, it's a very cool idea. However, I feel like the idea is great, but the way that it was done just doesn't quite pull off the illusion effect. However, I've seen some people do this with some Dragon Ball Z characters like Goku and Vegeta, and it kind of fits them a little bit more. Like when they go Super Saiyan, or it doesn't quite look. And now, granted, Star Killer is extremely powerful. The shit he can do with the Force is crazy in the game. Like he can do shit like that. But it doesn't. I don't like the way it looks as much with Star Killer compared to when I see people do it with Dragon Ball Z characters. I'm like, damn, that actually looks kind of cool. But it's a cool idea. However, I just feel like it's one of those ones that kind of teetered on if it fully pulls the illusion for me.
Right.
What do you think about it, man?
Well, it kind of looks like it should be more three-dimensional. This almost looks two-dimensional, like it's missing a dimension or depth, or it's missing some element of fullness. It doesn't feel quite as full as it should. It feels a little bit thin or something. I've never seen it. I'm not familiar with this accessory. I don't own that Star Killer 3-pack, so it's hard for me to kind of get a sense of this. I mean, it looks okay. But that's not something I would probably put on my shelf anyways. I'm not into those types of effects, but
So I have them right here. It's not bad. And like you can use these, like honestly, this would be really cool to do like a diorama for the Fortress of Solitude. It looks kind of crystally.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Like there's things you could use this for and utilize this with photography or dioramas, but it just doesn't. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. Again, these are not the worst I probably should have worded it differently. These are not the worst accessory. I just feel like they could have been done better,
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. I've never seen them, so it's hard for me to say one way or the other.
That's fair, man. That's totally fair.
It does have a Fortress of Solitude Superman kind of look. Maybe
doesn't it? Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
cool.
put like crypto in the middle of it or something. Yeah.
Dude, that might be kind of cool. I might use that for one of my McFarlane Supermans. That might actually work okay.
Yeah.
I think I might try that actually. Hell yeah. So getting on to the next accessory here, shouldn't have much left. Again, this also came with the 3-pack. It was the 2 Stormtroopers and Star Killer. The idea
Okay.
again, the idea of it is really cool. It's just a force push hand, but just the way that this it doesn't really attach or lay against the Stormtrooper well, and it's just kind of like I don't know. It's a cool idea, but again, I just don't think it quite sells the illusion to me. And I feel like it's just kind of they were really trying to fill this out with cool ways to implement moves from the game and move sets and stuff like that. But I just, at the end of the day, this thing didn't sell well, and even went on a deep clearance on Hasbro Pulse, from what I'm not mistaken. And it came with the prior accessory, the force effect blast. It came with the lightning hands that you see over here, and the blade, and then this force hand. But what do you think about? I know you said you you don't have this set, but just from you looking at it here, what do you think about it, man?
Well, I like what 420 just said. It looks like a force metal detector, you know. But,
yeah.
Actually, to be honest with you, it really looks like he's throwing ice or water or something, just from the look of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I get it. I know what they're trying to do, and it's
right.
As a diorama builder, I feel for the person who was sculpting this, because it's hard to convey that where you know, when you need something to represent nothing, that's a very hard thing to do, right? And so I understand, but it just doesn't look quite right for what it needs to be. So I agree with you on that. Yeah.
Cool, man. Cool. Thank you for your input.
Yeah.
Now, again, not the worst accessory. The idea of it, implementation of it, the fact that they gave it to us, it's a new sculpt. I love it. But this is actually based off the concept art for Bad Batch, and we had never actually seen this in the show. And it's one of the other situations where Disney gives Hasbro early access to look at concept art for a show to get them ready to make these figures, these characters that they're contractually obligated, yada yada, to do. But this is based on the concept art. This was never actually in the show, to my knowledge. I can't, to my mind's knowledge, I watched all 3 seasons of Bad Batch, and I don't remember this actually being in the show. I'm pretty sure this was concept art. However, the idea is cool, but just the relevance of the accessory itself, I feel like they could have thrown something else in that would have been a little more just relevant, would have been a little more relevant to the figure itself. Again, it's a really cool accessory. Like, it's a really fucking crazy claw arm. We all know Echo is missing an arm from being experimented on in the Sentinel or the Sentinel. That's fucking X-Men. What's Citadel? Citadel. He was getting the Citadel. That's right. It was come. Y'all know how I am when I start yapping. It came to me. But what do you feel about this accessory, man?
So I always wondered, like, where is he gonna put that? Right? Like, it's, so, you know,
where's that come from? Maybe
he only has one arm, so to speak, because the other arm is a like a proboscis of some sort. So he's got one arm, and then he's running around with this giant menorah or something, you know what I mean? It's so where's he putting that? You know, on his back or something? Like, so it never made sense to me, and that's a hell of a good pick. I actually gave that a thought for my list, and I'm like, you know, it's Echo. I love Echo. I'm not going to do that to my man Echo. I'm not going to. But I'm glad you did, because now we can talk about it.
Absolutely, dude. Real quick, to be fair, like you, RebelScum420 says, like you said, Cody, the effect and actually is cool as how it's meant to be used, but way too heavy. Absolutely agree. Also says it's not in the same show. Okay, so it's not in the show. Okay, I didn't think it was, dude. I remember Bad Batch pretty good. I really enjoyed that.
Oh yeah, no, I never saw that in the show either.
So good to hear your opinions on that.
Oh yeah, no,
Hyper.
So so break.
So I want to defend myself on this.
I thought for sure. So when this figure came out, I'm like, Stone is never going to stop talking about this figure, and here we are on the worst accessories of the lot. So do tell.
Okay, I love SM33. He's such a cool figure. It feels like a deluxe figure, Black Series. However, I had mine on the stand. He fell over. The peg got broke off in his foot. Broke off so now I can't even use the stand, and now he won't stand up for shit. So he's constantly every time I come in my collection room, I'm having to sit him up. I'm gonna get him another stand, of course, and I love the figure, but it happens. It's just it's part of the nature of the game. You know, some people have their stand and it falls, and it's totally fine. Unfortunately, it happened to me. So I want to defend myself on this. I love SM33. I love the way that the top of his dome comes off. He's insane in the brain, Cypress Hill, if you will. And my quorum was not because I love the sculpt, the deco of the hoses and everything, how malleable it is, the fact that it comes off is very, very cool. My thing is Snowball. I do not. It's a cool idea, and I love that they made it work, and then they engineered it to come off, and it really does look great. And it's a great aspect of engineering as far as action figures go to use an accessory. I love how they did it, but the creature's name is Snowball. Snowball,
right?
As in white as snow. Why is it some little gray turd? And then when they showed the promo pictures, it looked highly detailed. But then when you see pictures like these, it's just like a gray casted piece of plastic. It's not even white, you know. And it is the most. I'm telling you, if you've seen this on the floor of your house, you'd be like, "Is there a fucking rat? It looks like a little rat turd." You'd be pissed off, like, "What the fuck is that?" Then you pick it up, like, "Oh, it's my SM33 Snowball." It's not a rat turd. It's just like
it
so
really
small.
does, man.
It's so dainty. Again, the engineering of it and being able to implement it and make it work with the figure is so cool. Other than having to do a whole nother SM33 head sculpt with a snowball peeking out, this is a cool idea. Again, you're dying for this thing to get lost, in my opinion. And I'm not. I don't. If you put this in, or anybody feel free to correct me. If there's some kind of lip preventing Snowball from, and I'm sure there is. I just have a feeling that somehow one day over time that thing's going to come forward out some way and it's going to be gone forever. I'm just so nervous about accessories like that. Just my personal opinion. It's a cool. I love the figure.
It looks like a pinched loaf. It really does. I mean, that is not a good looking Snowball, in my opinion.
Weird.
Yeah, it's weird, man. So I have to agree with you. Yeah, I never noticed that. I haven't looked that deeply at it, but you're right. You're right. It should be white. It
Just
should be more detailed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, on all things, yeah.
You think totally they just had like leftover plastic? Because tell me that doesn't look like the gray that they use for blasters, and they were just like, you know what, we already got the cheap gray. Just cast it in that, you know?
Yeah. Right. And for a deluxe figure, you're expecting that something like that would be a feature that they would have spent a little bit of time on, right?
Absolutely,
like,
man.
Yeah. You want to charge us that price? Well, earn my money, right? Earn my money. Yeah. And that's a way to really sort of not earn the money. So,
yep. And like RebelScum just needs a little bit of paint on it. It would make all the difference, man.
Yep, absolutely.
Just a little bit of paint.
Yep.
So, and then my next one, and I got the Omega. I got the Mercenary Omega, so they included the unhelmeted head sculpt, so you can pop that on there. It looks much better, more accurate to the show. This does not look like Omega, and she only wears this little jewel thing for the first episode, and then it's gone. Right. She never wears it again. Yep. My pick, and I love this little animal, and from what I understand, there is no confirmed name on this species, from what I understand. I forget the name of the show.
Yep.
But really cool. We were talking about, this is another great accessory that anybody could have chosen as well.
Yep.
My qualm is the mouthpiece, the water mouth breathing apparatus. It's again, it's used in one episode towards the end of the season when they're escaping off Kamino after the Empire. Admiral Rampart has just bombarded and bombed the Kamino cities, you know, and they use this for just that one episode, and then it's gone. And then there's no real way to even put it on Omega. It doesn't stay on her face. You have, unless you get some sticky tack, put it on the inside, and then put on. There's no way to actually attach it to her face. So it's just like, so what is she just supposed to carry this around? And then the jewel on her head, she only wears it in the first episode. By the time she gets this, she hasn't worn this jewel for like the past 7 episodes. So it's like, she's just supposed to have this random thing she wore for one episode, and then this other breathing mouthpiece that she had for one episode. It was just very strange head sculpt and very strange accessory, in my opinion. And I just, not a bad accessory. It's cool, and it was in the show, but just the relevance. How often are you going to utilize that with the figure? Not very often, in my opinion.
Well, if it doesn't stay on the figure, that's like accessory rule number one, right?
Absolutely,
Like
man.
you got to make it work. If it doesn't work, then it's a waste. So that's a good
Yeah.
pick because, I don't own that figure. I don't think I do. I can't remember. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I've never played with it. So yeah, you're right. I mean, if that thing just falls off, first of all, it's going to get lost,
Yep.
which is like rule number 2. If it falls off, it's going to get lost. If it's lost,
Carpet.
it's a shitty accessory, right? So
Yeah. Absolutely, dude. So yeah, I had to pick that one, and then another one that I picked. Then specifically, I love the Dark Saber.
Yeah.
Obviously, my name after this channel name after the Mandalorians. So this was created by the first Jedi, Jedi Mandalorian Tar Vizsla. However, I believe this sculpt of the handle is a little bit underscaled. It's a little bit too short, which they actually fixed it when it came up with Pre-Vizsla. They elongated the handle, I believe, the hilt.
Okay.
And the blade on the original single release of Moff Gideon, it's like a gray on the outside of the blade when it should be white. Every other release of the Darksaber has a white, very white pop to it. It is only, even the credit collection Moff Gideon has a white blade to it.
Okay.
This is the only one that has the gray. Again, not a terrible accessory, just one that I felt like fallen a little bit flat. And it was almost there at perfection or, good execution, but it just, not quite. Felt a little bit short for me.
That's an accessory where if they don't get it right, it looks like a samurai sword from another line, right?
Yeah.
So you got to get that detail right. If you don't, then you could easily misplace it, put it with your Power Rangers or something. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's going to get
Mighty
lost.
Morphin, Star Wars,
right? Yeah, exactly. Like it's not going to look like what it's supposed to look like. So
yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
So that was perfect timing. Then that was all of the accessories.
So I just want to talk about one of mine.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'm going to have to wrap it up because I have to wake up early and go to the airport. But I want to get to the cape. The cape. Can you take me?
Oh man, I don't know if Jacob's still in chat. Jacob,
I don't know if he is.
Collective. If you're in chat, bro, prepare your ears, man.
Right.
This surprised me.
Yeah.
All right, man. Whatever backlash, I got you back, bro. I'm not saying I agree with you or that you're right, but I got you back.
So
just kidding.
I really want to just cleave this down to the one accessory that irritates me so much, and I absolutely love the figure. This figure is an all-time great in every way except for one, and that is the flimsy, cheesy, cheap-looking cape. On my copy, anyways, I don't know if this is everyone else's, but they really short shrifted me on this guy's cape, and it just looks so wrong to me because I feel like this character should have a much more billowing Vader-esque cape. Hit that picture, Stoned. All right. And that would be...
Oh, I closed it out. Shit. Hold up.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Is
it there? You don't have it? If it's not there, don't worry about it.
I can pull up the character. I don't know if I have the actual picture.
That's okay. Yeah, pull up the character if you got it.
Okay.
So
brace yourselves.
So the cape that I'm referring to is the Darth Malgus cape. And I'm not talking about the hood. I'm talking about the cape that hangs off the back. My cape is about 2 inches from top to bottom. It's a rectangle, poorly cut at that. It's like I am not hard on my figures. I handle them delicately. This cape is fraying. It's like a 2-inch.
Oh, damn, dude.
Rectangle. It sucks. And I'm like, why? How could they have let this happen on this unbelievably awesome figure? I have seen other Malguses and the cape is a little bit bigger, but still, I just feel like they really didn't give us the cape that this figure needed. This cape is more billowing. All the promotional materials and the trailers and the video game, it's much more billowing, almost like a Batman style cape. And the little piece of, it's like a dingleberry hanging off of his back or something. I just can't stand it. It just doesn't look right. It's like a piece of toilet paper hanging off the back of your pants, like, and I'm like, man, they just didn't give us what we wanted on this figure. Cape, the hood is great. The way it comes up and down, that they really nailed that. It's just from the back down, man. So I'm sorry I don't have the picture, but that would be the most egregious accessory in my opinion on an otherwise all-time great figure.
Yeah, damn, man. It sucks to hear that yours is Fran like it is, man, because mine is. You hear some people they complain that some of the Vader figures they have too much fabric, and it's almost overwhelming. But I totally see what you're saying. And the promo material, he can kind of drape it over his shoulders and like cloak himself, or have it open for combat where he's more fluid. So I totally get what you're saying, man. Mine is not fraying at all. I love mine so much. I feel like it shows all that awesome sculpting armor, Old Republic armor that he's rocking out with.
Yeah.
But what you're saying, totally valid. And even we got the Malgus Shill himself chiming in here saying, imagine a wired Malgus cape. Oh, with a wire in the hood.
Now,
yes.
SWC, I wanted to say, Collective, that I knew. I actually, Stoned and I talked about this yesterday. I said, when I tell him there's going to be one person who's going to...
We knew.
Right. And he was like, no, you got to do it. We just have to give a warning before he watches this. So anyway. We
get just so the shock factor doesn't hit as hard,
So I actually have this promotional piece. There was a sculpture that came out for a video game launch, and you could actually buy a 7-inch statue of Malgus. It's really awesome from Diamond Select. And I'll show it. I'll show it on my channel one day. It's awesome. It's a Diamond Select statue. It's pre-posed. It's a statue. It's not a figure, but it's a beautiful statue. And it has a cape exactly the way I would want my Malgus cape. It sort of flows around the figure. It's really, 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 like I said, it's very Batman-esque type of cape.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So when they announced that the Malgus figure was going to come out, I'm like, oh, we're going to get this awesome cape. And when it ever came out as this tiny little thing, I was so disappointed because I already have this beautiful Malgus statue with the appropriate cape in my mind. So maybe it was just that it didn't live up to what I had as a statue, and so, but at any rate, that's my worst accessory in the line. So
awesome. Whoa. Y'all, that is going to wrap it up for the show. We are over 3 hours. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. It is late here, 11:07 on the Eastern Seaboard. Appreciate everybody for hanging out tonight. It was a great turnout chat. Y'all were lively, popping off as always. Hyper, this was fun, man. Love making these lists with you. And, we're going to be cooking up what we're going to do from the next stream. So, and obviously, just real quick plug before we end up the stream, y'all be on the lookout for not only Hyperized, but the Stone and Hyper sessions. We have the first episode, which is going to be live over on Hyper's channel next Saturday. We're going to be talking about the LEAT. I know it's a little bit in the rear view at this point in time, but we just wanted to, I feel like it was a good focalized central topic for Hyper. Had some things he wanted to elaborate on. I had some things to add to the conversation. So for our first one, and it might be a little old news now, but we hope y'all enjoy that first episode, and hope you look forward to the next couple ones that come out, man. So
looking forward to it. You got it.
Thank you all, guys. Eric said, awesome stream, homies. Collective says, fantastic stream as always. Thank you, guys, man. Y'all bring out the best in us, man. Y'all make it an awesome stream, even more than it already is. So
thank you so much. Yeah,
thank you all so very much. We appreciate everybody. Shout out to all my channel members, Clan Stone. I love you all very, very much. And we will see y'all next time. Let me take us out real quick. Awesome stream tonight, y'all. A lot of cool toys. Look out for Stone and Hyper sessions coming very, very soon. And we will see you all next time. May the force be with you, everybody. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. Love you. Motherfucker. Yeah, that's how we do it. Stone Hyper around here.